I be watching these kids now.
New always talking.
Shit ain't fair, bro.
You wouldn't even have lasted in this era, huh? You
Bro,
might, but you
you
might
always
just
talking.
It just would have been
Shit,
different.
show.
Like you would have had the work ethic to be good at this. Like with these kids nowadays, bro.
no smoking weed. No,
And the money
you can't even fucking
and
party.
the so
like,
you,
nigga,
and you know what
really
another
gotta
thing
just
is
play.
too. We got a generation, especially in our FBA culture. Dog, you gotta deal with the pro kids. You gotta deal with the next Steph Curry that's just like Steph Curry, that's been around Steph Curry, and they're like one of Draymond's kids or one of them little kids and shit. Jason Tatum's son that be high fiving the whole squad. That reminds me of Steph Curry. His daddy's 6'9", 6'10". What he gonna be like? KD?
New always
crazy.
talking shit show.
Yo,
What's goody? What's goody?
it's your boy Doc on.
It's your boy Akeem Magic.
Back in tune with another session of the
Always talking shit show. Podcast. Hey, this is just anybody that deals with these know. They got a mind of their own, fam. Don't nobody be fucking with these.
I mean,
Don't nobody be touching these.
so
Like,
is it time that we tell them the new?
oh yeah,
shit
no,
that's about to go
yeah,
on?
no. It's my first thing. I said it. I was like, man, it's gonna be my boy Doc On's last episode in Vegas.
Yeah, I gotta go.
My boy shooting back up to
I
the
gotta
no.
go back to Reno, the place that I fucking hate. It's not really by choice. Shit just, you know.
It ain't that bad, man.
I fucking hate that place. It is that bad for me.
Hey, and I felt bad too. I'm sorry. I told myself
You gotta
today,
quit saying it
I
ain't
told
that
myself
bad.
too, driving over here. I was like, hey man, don't leave that nigga
Say
alone. Let him get his shit off today. Cause you know me, I'm like nigga.
Granted, my family's there.
It's gonna make me shoot back up to the no more.
The bulk of my kids are there, but it's like it's not for me. Reno is not for me. Vegas ain't even really for me. But for the fact that it's an entertainment mecca, it makes it for me. I don't party. I don't drink. I don't go to the club. I don't gamble. That's all Nevada really got to offer you.
Not no more. Well, down here,
Reno.
not no more. Yeah, they in Reno. That's one of the things that eventually got me up out the no
That's all
too.
Reno got to offer you.
It's because that's not really what I like to do.
Like here,
and I was
there's
forced
hella,
to do that a lot.
I've seen Benny the Butcher since I've been here. Something I'd have never seen in Reno. You ain't going to fucking Reno, Nevada. And that's the other thing, nigga. It's the same recycled ass shows, bruh. And it's like, nigga,
Or getting them when they're old.
Dan Hubbard's the homie. And I ain't going to sit here and act like he's not. But I am going to call you out right now, bro.
What?
I'm sick of the safe promoter route. I'm sick of these shows win, so these are the shows you're going to get every year. Keep those shows. Don't not do that and get your bread, but it's time to now take a chance on a show as well in the year. Somebody big. It don't got to be a Drake. It don't got to be a fucking $100,000 artist. Give me somebody that's $20,000, $30,000.
Like who? I don't even mean to put you on the spot.
Who's
like
about
that. I'm not
20,000,
trying to be a
30,000
dick.
right now? I'm trying to.
It'll be a young up and coming
you could
artist.
get like Griselda for like I think Benny's like 25.
You sound. I don't think so, bro. Not no more.
Bro, I was just looking at bookings. I had this
He
conversation.
might do something like that.
Oh,
for
okay, let
people.
me rephrase. On tour, he's about 25, 30. When
But
he's at home,
is it a soft date? Because you know those little soft dates.
yeah, it's
they'll
gonna
do
be a
shit like
soft
that.
date. It's not gonna be a weekend. It's gonna be a soft date. You're right.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
Which I'm not knocking that shit.
No. Any day of the fucking week you gonna have them is gonna be cool. I think I saw him on a fucking Thursday here or something. It was packed, nigga. It was dope. But I'm not, like, yeah, that like, it could be a soft date. Give me a Benny. Give me a something, my nigga. Take a fucking chance. Don't give me the same Shooter Gang Coney and Capolo G and motherfucking goddamn Afro Man and Andre Nicotina. You know how many times motherfucking Black Rock City done opened for Afro Man and Andre Nicotina?
Shout out to Afro Man. He did a solid for me. He held down
No, this
one of
ain't
my
no
kids
disrespect to the
in the
artist
group home.
at all.
Shout out to Afro Man.
No disrespect to
No, I
the
know.
artist at
No, I know.
all. You niggas gonna do what you do and get your bread, nigga. I'm not gonna tell you not to come to Reno. I want you to come to Reno, but I also want more of the culture to come to Reno. Then if you don't want to look like a culture appropriator or a culture vulture, my nigga, you want to do more work, my nigga.
I don't get. Whoa. So this is how I feel about
Everybody,
it.
let me
get your shit off.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
everybody's got to pay to get on these shows, Keem. That's the other thing. It ain't no love being shown to no local Reno artist. No
We
love,
talked
no
about that,
nothing. We're paying, so it's not like. So how is that not culture or culture vulturism? How is that not? You come into a thing, I get it, you love hip-hop and all this shit, but you're fucking feeding your family, taking money out of the next nigga's fucking family,
and in the culture,
not giving them
in
anything
the culture,
to win off of.
We wouldn't have charged the home team nigga to get on like that.
Right.
That's how you built the culture in the
Right.
city.
Nigga, and it's like, what am I paying for?
Some people want to be what you call them, gatekeepers.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of foul to like.
What am I paying for? What exposure am I paying for that too? It's the same motherfucking crowd every time because you're bringing the same artist. What exposure am I getting? How many artists out there don't fit these shows to even want to be on the bill?
Right. Are they? And
they're
are
not
you
gonna-
reaching out to executives and A&Rs, letting them know that you're having a showcase type show or something like that?
Bruh, I love you, Dan. I really do, dog. This ain't no
But that's a
disrespect
conversation.
or no slight to you.
And sometimes that needs to be, niggas need to be educated. Hey, dog, everybody wasn't born into this culture. There's a lot of
I can't
motherfuckers.
even put it on Dan.
No,
Dan's the front man.
I'm not naming nobody.
One
I'm just saying I don't.
vision.
I don't
Let
know.
me take this off Dan Hubbard. And that's disrespectful. My bad, Dan, because you are a face and a promoter of a whole fucking team of things.
I remember Dan from back when I was
One
in Reno, so I know
vision.
he do
It's
his
saying,
thing.
Speak Your Mind was a good thing. Speak Your Mind had a fucking festival for the locals. It didn't bring no big headliners, nothing. Nobody paid to get on that show. It was to showcase us every summer. That shit used to smack. When he started repping One Vision, nigga, is when it went
Is
to
that his
this.
company?
No,
Or-
he's the front. He's bought into the company. It's like a bunch of weed growers and shit. Like it's a bunch of young heads. You don't really see these cats. They're really the background of it. Like most motherfucking people are in the vulturism, nigga. They don't really come to the
Like father, like son.
Right.
Like,
So,
sometimes but I feel like with
so
some
it ain't
people
all
you
Dan's
can't have
fault.
a conversation.
So it ain't all Dan's fault.
and try
Dan's
to advance
playing
it.
with other people's money, and is at a big disadvantage of doing that. If you're gonna be a promoter, do it on your own strength, bruh, or don't do it.
No, have
Or do it,
or have meritocracy, like be
Yeah.
able to say like have the final say of shit. But what I be speaking to is the ignorance of it all. How if a motherfucker is born and raised in a small city, right, without a large black contingent.
What? He's from Sac.
So again, a small city without a large nigga in comparison to things. Yeah. I mean, Sac's bigger than Reno.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my bad. You feel me?
It is.
Sac's bigger than
But it's got more
like
culture
it's like
to
the
it,
same.
more black people. It's,
But percentage wise, it don't.
per capita.
Like it might be the same. You know what I'm saying? Don't you think? It just seems like it. Now this is all shit on the wall. I'm not.
People who get famous from one to the other.
Oh, well, see, no, that can't do that because one's still in California. Hey, a nigga from upstate New York is gonna blow. That's still the mecca of hip hop. Because nigga, everybody that's from New York that's getting the money out there is still going upstate. Nigga, every rap star from California has a Sacramento date.
Oh yeah, they have to.
Got to.
That's your.
That's part of holding down your
that's the
state,
thing-
and it's the capital of
That's
the
the
state.
thing about California, New York, and all that shit. Though holding down your city, it yields you better benefits.
It's enough.
You could look at Mozzie.
Well, no,
He
this is what it
won
is.
just holding
You-
down.
but you
Sac,
know,
nigga.
and you can do it while having ops.
Yep.
Like with these small like median cities,
shot at your
you
shit.
gotta damn near have everybody on accord. Like, yo, I'm doing this for us.
Mm-hmm.
We like once he blow, he coming back to get this nigga, and you know what I'm saying? Kind of like Drake with Toronto, bro. They got behind Drizzy after a while.
Bruh, did you see the Toronto Rolling Loud lineup?
No, who was it?
Horrible. Horrible. It's all no names. There ain't a Tory Lanez. There ain't a Drake.
Is it like
there ain't
Toronto
a-
no names though? Like or like
It's just for it to be Rolling Loud.
Yeah, but
it
you-
has no headliners, is what I'm
but you
saying.
gotta
You
think
can
about
have all the no names.
they over just being a dope show. Nigga,
That's
they got
true.
like damn near a record label now, nigga. They got to
but
do
it's
their
like
own
you
festivals.
didn't,
They
but
doing-
you didn't bring a Tory Lanez. You didn't bring a Drake. You didn't bring a Weeknd. They don't even got the Party Next Door on there, my nigga.
Do they want to be on there?
I would
It
assume,
is in
I would
Toronto.
assume it's your home city.
They
my
probably
nigga.
also wanted a bag, like nigga, hey, you don't get no pass.
Kanye's doing Miami. You don't think they could afford Drake and them?
I'm not saying afford. what you're willing to pay
Nigga.
versus what you can afford. And nigga, at Rolling Loud, they kind of letting you know, y'all made us hot. We don't need y'all as much no more. We making boss moves.
I'm just saying, nigga.
See what they did with the baby.
But what I'm saying, nigga, is they got Ye to headline Miami, bro.
I get that.
Nigga,
but
Ye
no, wait,
Ye
stop.
and the
No,
cheap
stop.
ticket.
Ye wanted to headline Miami. And they made it lucrative. They made it work. They met him. But nigga, you can't move Ye. You don't move Ye.
I get that, but you don't think Drake or The Weeknd or Tory Lanez or any one of these famous ass nigga Cardinal Official ain't even on the fucking Canada show.
Bro, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I get it. They might just be trying.
Even New York
I need to hear some.
had hella young.
I need to hear some of these names, like, because maybe they just some young Canadian names. You get what I'm trying to say?
Even so, my nigga, you're big. You would think that you don't want just Canada to come. Rolling Loud wants everybody. That's why they're going to Portugal and all this shit. They want you to travel for this. But you're not even giving me I would love to go to Canada to go to Rolling Loud. To go out the country and see a show would be dope, but you didn't give me nothing to want to see.
Because it wasn't for you, Dre. It wasn't for us.
I know Portugal had like
and
Cole
our culture
and shit on it.
And our culture has spread so much around the world that sometimes I'm starting to realize they doing shit that ain't, and we be wanting it to be like, yo, that don't make sense.
Okay, well, I know Portugal didn't have a bunch of Portuguese artists we didn't hear of.
Yeah, but that's Portugal. They don't have a strong hip hop scene that's violent. You got niggas in Canada, though, that record-wise, nigga, they competing. Now, they're not competing in notoriety. We don't know who they are, but these young kids do. See, this young crop of American heads, they listen to niggas from the UK. They listen to niggas from all over our country. They listen to niggas from over, like, from Toronto. You know, we were the last generation to be like, where's son from? Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nigga, what was the diss that LL Cool J did to motherfucking Cannabis? I'ma tell niggas that you really from Toronto and you been fronting this all this time.
He is really from Canada.
So what, nigga? He's a Queens nigga that grew up in Queens. He's born in Canada. That's like saying Jim Jones ain't from Harlem because he was born in Michigan.
No, I'm not saying it as a knock. I'm
no,
just
I listen.
saying,
I know what you're saying.
Like,
I'm speaking to what I was speaking to, not you.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to the fact that nigga in that rap bar, he threw Toronto in there as a fucking diss.
in Toronto, nigga, at the time still.
Cardinal Official.
Cardinal
Stop.
Official, though.
But I'm just saying, you know why I
But
don't
they
like
had
him?
a hot-ass
Let me
artist.
say, not like it strong. I respect the Cardinal Official, but at the time, especially being removed from New York at that time, to where I was, I didn't really get the like Bounty Boy type. You know, I thought he was faking it because then I would hear him rap and he would sound like a New York MC, and I would be confused by that. Like, wait, but he's not from.
Funny, he was doing the opposite of the Shaggy. Shaggy was he's got the American accent regular, and then he sings in his Jamaican. This nigga sings in his
Not like
American dialect, but it's not his, and he
Right.
talks in his real Plateau Jamaican accent.
It came off a little gimmicky, but I mean,
But
the
it's
nigga
not.
was nice
when you,
though.
When you talk to the nigga, I've talked.
I'm just talking about me being a young
Yeah.
boy, nigga.
Oh yeah, it was.
Trying to
me and
grasp
Demond
this
felt the
shit.
same way. Like nigga was corny as
Trying
fuck.
to grasp this shit when I was younger.
Like,
Like,
nigga,
man,
are you Canadian or are you like dance
What
hall
is going
Jamaican?
on?
What are we doing, nigga? You New York? We all were that way.
But then I had to be reminded, nigga, that Toronto's basically like an East Coast city.
It's like a
Nigga.
Detroit, New York for sure.
It got hella different dialects and
Canada is connected.
a
to
lot of
Detroit,
black
nigga.
people that's not from there, nigga. That's from different parts of the world. It all makes sense. It all makes sense.
But I'm just saying, bro, that was a horrible. The lineup's terrible for the money they're charging the same price to see people we know,
We know.
bro. Let me pull up one of these fucking.
Yeah, do
artists,
that. Because
bro.
listen to me. I'm just trying to get you to understand, dog, some young niggas could come in here and have a whole conversation about hip hop, and we could not know who the fuck they're talking about if they on their
You might
underground.
even know somebody on here.
If
I
they on
just
their
don't.
underground shit like we used to be on. Remember when we was walking
You're
around?
way more in tune with the underground than I am.
Cause I made look, but think about this: the young underground.
Yeah.
Cause I had to have this realization, like niggas didn't know the shit that we was listening to. Bro, Cass wasn't
I
walking.
don't even do it on purpose.
I
just
know that.
Don't listen to the radio.
I know that.
I don't stream.
But
like,
I remember we
Spotify
going in there buying
or
Jay Dilla
Tidal
albums and
like
shit.
that.
We didn't have to compete with other kids for those records where we lived at.
Nope.
They didn't even know what the fuck it was. So like we just had that luxury, and like so sometimes I'll be seeing these kids now, they be naming rappers that I ain't never heard of. You look up the rapper, that nigga's popping. Nigga, $100 million view, 100 million views on songs. Nigga going platinum, gold and shit. Billions and millions of streams.
And
Nigga, I don't know not one NBA YoungBoy song entitled.
I would know one, and it's slap.
The little motherfucker is talented, bro.
Very much so. And I ain't never not liked Young Boy. It was never something I had to run out and go listen to.
Because we're
grown.
grown.
I finally caught a song, I'm like, oh yeah,
Right.
the nigga dope.
Because we grown and that shit was not for us.
The Baby, dope. But I like the Baby from the gate.
The Baby's
I thought
our
the Baby
age
could rap his
range,
motherfucking
nigga. The Baby's not.
ass off,
He just
bro.
kind of got a late start. I think the Baby is down there with like almost 30.
Yeah. I just loved his unorthodox ass. He brought a new
grown.
flow to the game. You know what I'm saying?
To this new bop. Because
Yeah.
guess what? He got on after Meek, my nigga, but they really the same age pocket. So look at what Meek had to do. Niggas is killing Meek like we want the old Meek.
They
But
changed
they don't want
the
that.
whole thing, bruh.
Wait, what?
They changed the whole fucking lineup. It's all known people now.
Well,
At first it wasn't. It was all like local ass Toronto ass people, dog. And now it's Migos and everybody else. But do you know who Dave is?
Which Dave?
You ever heard of him?
His name is just Dave?
Just Dave.
I mean, I know a few Daves. Shout out to my nigga Young Dave.
No, as like rappers.
I'm joking. I know.
Oh, okay.
I know who Dave East is.
Yeah, just some nigga named
Nigga.
Dave is like the Friday headliner, Future Saturday, and WizKid Sunday. See, they changed it. It was nothing. Niggas was I guarantee they just complained. Niggas was on there like, what the fuck? Even Toronto cats was like, yo, this is
Or
what
maybe
you
they
brought
was.
to us.
I don't know, bro. You right.
Or maybe there was a
That's
troll
probably
move.
a rollout or something.
Maybe it was a troll move.
Or maybe the people you seen are the no-name local people, and they just giving them a shine. You know what I'm saying? And now because now ain't nobody thinking about y'all niggas now. You feel me?
That's real. That's real.
It could be that.
I didn't think about that.
But then I don't even want to give them that much credit for being that.
Because now it's it, nigga. Before it was, I couldn't recognize
see.
a name on that motherfucker. Now it's Lil Vert.
I'm gonna shoot you some bail. I know because you couldn't even tell me one. That's why I know you didn't know.
If I'd have
like
saw
one
this
name,
lineup,
like, yeah.
I'd have known these nigga Future, WizKid, Ray Shrimmer,
See,
Migos.
I'm gonna tell you something too, though, bro.
The whole
and this-
lineup's different. So
and
maybe
this
it
is-
is. Maybe they showed
This
the
is just
vocals.
getting old. This is just older Keem. I want to hit one of these festivals, bro. But I wish I had. I gotta do it. Like if I do, I'm gonna be on some bougie shit.
Well,
Like I'm on. I gotta be
priced it out
VIP
to go to
area.
Miami in
I gotta
July.
be in a booth somewhere, nigga, away from the madness, bro.
Go Miami in July.
I used to be with the fuckery.
It's a regular GA ticket. This is what you're not talking about. It's $1,500 altogether for plane tickets to the show in the room in Miami.
I like those shorts. Nigga, I'm about to go to this Atlanta trip for
When
this
you
family
going?
reunion. This month.
What day?
I don't know. I already got I got it. I'll shoot it to you. That shit crept up on. It's a family reunion. You know how those be.
Yeah, but I gotta just go to Atlanta to see what the city like.
Oh yeah, you definitely more than welcome to come. It's just I hate that I to tell niggas last minute kind of like that. It's one of them things where you
You
put
already told your peoples you was gonna try and get me to come, so I already had it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
I already had it kind of in my mind, like fuck it. Why not
All right,
go
cool.
to Atlanta? I just never had a date.
But then again, bro, my cousin, nigga, we there because my cousin from my baby cousin, man,
You don't know what
from
weekend
Brooklyn
it is?
just shot down there. I'll tell you today. I'll let you know about it today. I wrote the shit down and everything and got all of my shit together and
It's
It's
just
on my desk.
just a weekend. Because I'll just pick a random weekend.
yeah, it'll
and
be
get
just like a
price.
weekend.
Probably what, Thursday?
That nigga Darian,
Sunday.
that nigga DA in Houston, he was just like, bro, you should have came out here to Houston.
I don't like Texas.
But Houston different. Houston and Dallas are like, they're just not. They are Texas, but though this
Oh yeah, nigga.
FBA Houston,
give me
FBA
a,
Dallas.
Give me a fucking date, nigga.
Let you know?
I can make that happen. It's only $300 round trip. Cause I don't gotta pay for a room or nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
With the family, so
Nigga, you should
I
not.
don't really gotta pay for food or nothing.
Not
Just
this
take me
family
like a couple
reunion.
$100 to go hit the mall, grab
what I'm
a
saying?
T-shirt or two, maybe some shoes
Some
or
little
something.
trinkets,
That's
nigga.
it. Hats. That's what I'm gonna take a couple $100 for, nigga, just to go hat shopping.
Yeah, that's funny,
Hat
bro.
shopping in different
And
cities.
you know what's
bruh,
funny, my
is
nigga?
different
And
in every city.
You know what's funny,
dog?
dog? I need shorts too. I need hoop shorts.
Yeah, it's
They
different.
don't want to sell you some Atlanta
No.
Hawk hoop shorts out here, nigga. Like that ain't corny.
Hats, bruh. Every city you go to is a different experience, bruh.
Oh, I know.
It's they all got every lid's in every city.
I need to hit my boy Chris.
It's all different. Like it's not, you know how most like corporate things like they got set shit everywhere. Like nigga, lids, bro. I've been to lids in several cities, nigga. Even every lids in Vegas.
The one I was
is
just at in
different,
Florida was
nigga.
lit. I know.
Oh, Miami's lids,
Bruh.
nigga. I'm gonna spend like $1,000 in there, bro.
That's crazy too.
They did put most of the hats back and spent like $100. They had everything. Every Detroit hat. Their Miami Marlins hats. Oh my god, nigga.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
The
You know what it is,
colorways
bro?
are nasty. The Buccaneers hats.
You know what it is? It's the same thing when niggas from the East Coast come out west, and they get like they ain't no Sacramento Kings gear just out like that.
Nigga, you can get a Yankees hat anywhere.
A Yankees hat,
get
a
love
Boston
everywhere.
hat.
Boston, LA,
You know what I'm saying?
San
L.A.,
Francisco,
you know, there's certain cities, but yeah,
Detroit.
but you're not gonna
You
get the
gotta
freaky.
go.
You're not gonna get the freaky Yankees
hell
hat.
nah.
Like you go to New York and get a freaky
You
ass
get that
Yankees
Yankees
with
hat
the
that got
apple and
hella different dope ass patches on it.
Because then when you want to order it out here, nigga, they try to
$50, $70.
they try to resell. Yeah, man, come on, bro. I just want the
It got
cap.
a custom 101 on.
Hey, and
for
shout
that
out
hat
to all
button.
East Coast family members that ain't shit. You niggas act like you can't take 5 minutes out your day to send a nigga a care package.
Hey, my Detroit
Shit might take 6 months.
always ask me and Demond what we want for they came. That's how I got my Detroit sweater I got, nigga.
It's like, nigga, my cousins don't come out here enough.
Neither
When I-
do
on
mine.
that.
I see them every couple, but nigga, I put the order in when they come. Like nigga, they have no problem, nigga. They hit that.
That's the fuck thing about being in Vegas, though. See, them niggas want to come visit me in Reno, but in Vegas,
Oh, they
niggas don't even like tell you. They just, yep, your boy in town, nigga. I'll be there tonight. That's where you know what I'm saying? I don't even get a chance to be like, yo, stop by the bodega and get $50 worth of motherfucking leaf, nigga. That shit funny.
Was at it.
Hey, you are on camera, my man. Don't incriminate yourself.
Don't
he just
fuck
called
up
you.
and incriminate
You
yourself.
we just called you from the Always Talking Shit podcast.
Shit, so I'm like, fuck it. Let me call this nigga back on my air. Okay. This the whole boy, Big He Man, aka Sheldon. This our
Yeah, what's up, boy? Big He Man.
Motherfucking Grape Street crip from Watts, my nigga.
Allegedly, we ain't doing all that.
Nah, this nigga has no problem.
I know.
He
What's up,
claims
big bro?
his shit proud.
That's the nigga I know. What's
He
what's
don't
good
give
with
a
you?
fuck.
Man, you don't know, bro.
I
Man,
know
he
you know
he is
He-Man,
fam.
nigga.
That nigga.
Y'all was in the little city shit
Yeah.
together, nigga.
Right, and I was about to say that, nigga. That boy. Hey, tell him he, man.
Detroit,
Tell him he. I
Brooklyn,
was in,
nigga.
nigga. I was at the Million Man March. Bumped into a nigga in D.C. Knew this nigga He Man.
Yeah, nigga got hella DC family, nigga. Hey, what's the let me shout out your clothing company one time. What's the clothing company?
Yeah, everybody go to
securitybagclothing.com, nigga. Order your motherfucking sweatsuits, your short, your t-shirts, all that shit. Nigga.
All merch available. Securitybag.com.
Oh yeah, he also,
Corner
he
Boy
also
Volume
has
2.
a motherfucking record label, so look out for that Corner Boy Volume 2. I had some production on the original Corner Boy motherfucking album. That shit is. I don't want to hear none of that shit no more. I don't want to hear none of my old beats no more these days, dog. I be like, leave them shits there. And they was cool for the time, nigga, but I just know sounds don't age well, bruh.
No, they do though.
Some do, but the ones I was using,
It depends on.
I have those VSTs
It depends on how you
still.
captured the moment.
I have those VSTs still, and I
But I
will
keep telling you.
never venture back.
Yo, you talking about from the creator's ear. I'm telling you from the listener. Sometimes, nigga, it depends. If a moment in time, bro, I'll tell you when we off camera because I don't want to be disrespectful to no artist and nothing like that. There's a certain song out there that we make fun of, but it's a moment.
Oh, and if you where you stay at in Wyoming? You go Fort what? Fort Washakie. If you ever in motherfucking Wyoming, Fort Washakie, or if you live in Wyoming, Fort Washakie, you don't know about my nigga, you better check that off the wall food truck too. That off the wall kitchen smack.
Facts.
Summertime's out, he gonna pop out, nigga.
Yes, indeed. I got one of my little homies I run with from up that way too right now.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I still need to get some gear though. Let me bullshit. Let me start bullshitting.
No, I told this nigga he's supposed to send us a little care package.
Yeah,
He
man.
gotta re up on the clothes and shit.
Right.
get it made.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I've been put the little order.
Yeah, no, I know. No, I'm gonna lock in with you on that too. I got some other I got some ideas for you, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get that with you.
Right now, I'm rolling down Craig Street right now, just passing on since the corny, that corny,
The cannery, you're like down the street from my crib right now.
Yeah.
If you turn on low C, nigga, if you turn left on low C, nigga, it go up to motherfucking Durrell, make another left, you right by my house.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm finna shoot down to the land real quick, and I'm shooting right up this way. Come holler at y'all.
For sure. All right, my niggas. Safe travels, man. Tell everybody love. All right, man. Make sure you give my nephew some love. Them little niggas getting big, boy.
That nigga's big.
I know. You know when a nigga got a big ass daddy, and you just see him as a young nigga, you be like, man, you don't even know how big you about to be.
Nigga, Tori's friend. Shout out to Trina. We went to her daughter Gabby's little 6th grade graduation party. Shout out to her daughter transitioning up to that good old middle school level.
Junior high, man.
Dog, her son and her niece. Dog, her niece, nigga, they damn near shouldn't, just for her, change the fucking rules of football.
Ready.
Bruh. Nigga, I'll put her head up with Jalen, nigga, and she's got a 70% chance probably.
That's what's up. Hey, we getting.
And I'm not saying that to shame her at all. I'm
No.
just saying that she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with,
Hey,
and she's beautiful.
We're getting
Beautiful little girl.
No, we're getting to a point where where women are starting to have that kind of like outlet.
Her
I could
son-
see women's football in the next 10 years really being a thing, though.
Both
better.
her kids, who are at least 2 or more years younger than Kyla, nigga, tower. Just you stand next to each there, bruh.
Big humans, my
This
nigga.
little girl could be on the motherfucking 5th grade Pop Warner team. Just probably trucking these boys. She like 3, dog.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But her dad, their dad Trina is not big, but she's bigger bone, thick. You know what I'm saying? It's proportion. She's not a big chick. Her brother's big, like not big, fat, big, just big boned. Nigga, he wrestles and shit. Like he's an amateur, professional, pro-am wrestler.
That's dope. Yeah, that athleticism, man. You get in the G&A pool, and shit. Sky is the limit.
Nigga, too much. Should I? We gotta get into this show.
Yeah, bro. What you doing? You got the phone ringing.
I'm just off. Thinking about
We got a lot of shit to do.
life.
Yeah, man. That's what. So that's where we at with it. Dog, you see this shit about T.I., son?
Yeah, bro. And then like
Hold that thought. All right, you can go ahead. Go elaborate. I'm gonna go do this. That shit. We're gonna talk. Let's talk about that, bro. Let's talk about that.
now, if y'all know what we're talking about, T.I.'s son just recently was at a Waffle House, pretty much, in my opinion, acting a fool, like doing too much, cussing out employees and workers and shit, telling them come outside, you know, get the burner, shit like that, like. And then you had T.I.'s dad trying to clean up the situation, and he's like, yeah, I had to have a talk with my son, and, tell him that people, who have less than him do this, and that, and gonna do this to get a reaction out of you, and I'm like, okay, now, my nigga, you're very pro-black, my guy, and I'm not going to attack you there. But that's very elitist.
Yeah, he
white,
came. You talking about what he
white
said?
statement right
He
there.
I ain't gonna lie. Tip definitely came off kind of like an
Am I
elitist.
wildin'?
No,
or
he-
was that like an elitist?
He came
white,
off. Dog,
entitled.
well, that's what he's showing.
Stand.
That's what he's showing. In 2022, can't just blame that on white people no more.
Yeah.
There's elitism going
Was
on
that
in
just
this country.
so let me take the name
You know what I'm saying?
the color out of it. That was just some
I'm not picking
elitist
on that.
shit.
I'm like, but that's in 2022.
Cause I'll be goddamned if I'm rich
When I heard
and
that-
affluent and I'm supposed to be pro-black and holding
you.
black people accountable and all this shit, and I let my son do some shit like that.
So let's take it there.
Ain't no fucking way,
Let's take
dog.
it there.
Jalen can't act a fool now when I'm broke,
Tip is from a certain
and I will
environment,
nick,
right?
bruh.
So Tip is from a certain environment. He know what that is. You at the Waffle House. What if one of them cats that you was talking bad to, disrespecting their mother, or just what I'm
They're
saying?
really fools
Bro,
in there.
Y'all in the A, you know what I'm saying? You don't know which one of them girls working there got a
How many
boyfriend that's on
goddamn?
that.
How many Waffle Houses we done seen in videos? Just hold on.
You know what going on at the Waffle
WWE
House.
fucking matches going on.
Everybody
in there,
knows
nigga.
what goes on, what can go on at the Waffle
Nigga,
House.
it's like a Coney Island in Detroit, nigga. After hours, you don't want to
So
be
it's-
there.
So it's like one of those things, bro, like where he just now I'm just going off the clip. Now it sounded like he was trying to save face. I think he kind of was like, man, I know my son acted an ass, but I'm
You talking about getting guns and shit though.
but
Yeah,
I'm not
his
about to
son
do all
and
that
shit.
on camera for y'all. But like, okay, so to me, I wish T.I. wouldn't have addressed it
At all.
because address it with your kid. Let him know first
Because
off.
you came
Let
off
him know first off.
elitist.
Hold on, fam. Before we even get there, this nigga, that's corny what you did. You came off as extremely corny, extremely what we would call suburban, right? And we need to stop saying it like that. Like suburbia is a bad thing. We all strive to raise our kids in suburbia somewhere, so it's not a bad thing. But meaning it in the term of when you're trying to portray something, I don't like no kid, and I can't respect it. I don't respect it, but I can't knock it either. But I think it's corny when any kid that has extremely rich parents like move around like they're rich, like well they are, but like they created it. Like
How you gonna?
you don't get the shit on no kid that's 16 when you're 16 and rich, because you being 16 and rich ain't got shit to do with what you did.
How you gonna be?
That's all I'm saying.
How you gonna be entitled and hood in the same
Because the thing is,
breath?
sadly,
It's ridiculous.
no,
Like
but
it's
sadly,
like my
it happens
nigga.
a lot though.
You're not. But let's talk about it. You're not cut from that cloth. Your father was.
But see, entitlement gets tricky because I do know kids from the hood that have a sense of entitlement, and like it's weird. It gets them fucked up. They just gonna get checked 1st.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna end up not having no friends. They gonna end up getting their ass dragged, or something life changing, altering could happen to them where it kind of checks them. But when you're rich, and them kids know who you are, nigga, they know that their life is over if they whoop your ass.
Yep.
So if you get the wrong kid, they about to take you for what you go. You got the little Benz truck, you got them little jewels on.
That
we about to off your,
whole stack you just pulled.
we
out,
about to
bruh.
knock your ass off because niggas in this city die for that same
that
pocket
same
change you got.
bullshit, nigga.
What I'm disappointed in him is that I don't believe, because I've heard from listening to Whack 100 that his other sons be all through L.A. and shit like that, nigga, minding their business, having a good time, pull up any and everywhere. They know how to carry themselves, right? But you know, when it's the youngest, sometimes we're all the youngest, and if we being honest, nigga, I'm a grown man now, but I can look back when I was a child and younger, and even right now, my siblings would be like, "Nah, fuck that grown man shit. You still a brat."
I was an ornery ass child, nigga.
So
my brother.
we
got
understand
stories
that,
about
but we
me,
also
nigga.
understand the rite of passage of, especially being a young black male. The rite of passage, bro. You got the dreads out, nigga. You doing all this. You look
just
like
got celebrated for graduating high school, my nigga.
to the
We're just seeing pictures of your mom and dad celebrating
New whip.
Like we're like
Knew all that probably.
And I was like, cool, you graduated high school, my nigga. I was juiced when little nigga graduated high school. I'm like, that's what's up, nigga. Like,
I wasn't.
just to see a
I wasn't.
young rich black dude.
Nigga, if your
school.
parents are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, you're gonna graduate high school in America.
Yeah, but
That's all I'm saying.
I get it. It's still just watching.
He don't have none of the things that most black males grow through
Nah, he
in
definitely got
school
way more
to
resources.
keep you,
nigga.
nigga, from graduating. So the question is, why wouldn't he graduate high school?
Yeah, that's real.
That's why I was looking at it. Like, now they're gonna celebrate it, and I
your
get it.
dad ain't gonna let you.
And
not
I get it.
graduate high
You're
school
pulling
'cause of
from
who
a
he is.
genuine place. When you, oh man, that's dope. Because I don't care if you rich or poor, nigga. Especially if you're from the tribe. I want to see you do well, nigga, and
Right.
be productive.
What I don't want to see you is
You don't even gotta
doing
be from the
this
tribe,
Waffle
nigga.
House shit, nigga.
You know. But when you pull it out, it's like, dog. To me, it screams of an identity crisis. To me, it makes me question. Hey, Tip, how much time you spending with that boy? Because Tip, you too solid in certain areas to have survived. Tip, you ain't no big nigga. Like, nigga, you survived this shit.
Yeah, you survived.
You didn't survive this shit
Nigga.
going into places like that, acting like that. And when you started to ascend on niggas that you was getting money with, or you was competing for the bag with, when you
shit
started
on them.
getting money, you didn't start shitting on the people around you like that, I don't think. Otherwise, you would not have became who you are.
Right.
And I just think that sometimes we have a lot of celebrities that do this, I feel, in our culture. They ascend to a certain level of freedom and liberation due to wealth and notoriety, and they're allowed their kids sometimes to act as if they don't come from the struggle in the sense that, like, mentally and spiritually. I don't mean economically. I don't even mean physically. But shit, I don't care, bro. Like, a rich Jewish kid is never taught or allowed to forget what Jewish people went through in Germany.
Right.
You understand? And that's where I'm talking about. Like, you TIP. Your sons can't afford to be game goofy because they already targets out here. Mm-hmm. They already food. He just young and look like a little baby still. But imagine if he was older and had a little more bass in his voice. And one of them girls got either their feelings hurt or upset, jealous, envy, or really felt threatened by you. You talking about coming outside, I'm going to show you, let's shake something.
And he's talking about the dude. And that's when he's talking to the cook, who's a whole
So that's
nigga.
what I'm saying. So what if that nigga went outside? Now, he's at his place of business.
Right.
You done challenge this man outside. I don't know the laws in Georgia, but
What if
some
you
of
got
these
a burner
states,
in the car?
some of these states have, nigga, like combat laws and shit. Mm-hmm. So let's say that's Georgia. I know it's a stand your ground state. So let's say that motherfucker just want to be the nigga that knock off Tip's son. You don't know. Because he could look at his life as a cook and be like, nah, I'm going to make more money shooting this nigga.
Right.
Especially on Justified, nigga. Woo, woo, woo.
And what if I rap?
And we got you on
what if I'm some like rapper?
Bro, we got you on. I'll start rapping. Mm-hmm. Fuck you mean? Everybody got a friend that can rap. If I go viral, write something.
Right.
I need a beat. I need one song. Just one.
And we'll be on.
We on. You can do your music shit. I'm going to fade
You
off into the
ghostwrite
background.
For me for one album.
I'm going to fade back into the background of the business mode, like where I'm at, and we're going to play our position. Hey, Akeem, why you stop rapping? You know,
I had one album in
No,
me.
I'm going to lie. I ain't going to front. I'm going to lie. I'm going to be like, it was all about my nigga Doc, man. My nigga, when I heard him, I knew it. Like, he was the one. Not saying that nigga, like, no, the whole time I know I ain't rap. This all business, man. And once the kids start realizing, hey, bro, niggas is wearing dresses on purpose. They're getting paid millions of dollars to put on a dress.
I could never.
So.
Would you for the ATS bag?
How many millions we talking?
Spotify deal of 10 mil for 3 years.
And I gotta I gotta do the Young Thug cover.
We gotta do.
Yeah. No, like, so to promote it, they're like, yeah, and we gonna have you in Times Square, nigga, your hometown, and you gotta, and I gotta be.
And I gotta do the Detroit one, and that's gonna be the.
10 million each for 3 years, or 10 million for the two of us for 3 years.
10 million for ATS as a whole for 3 years.
What's our status now? Like, our status is the same right now. Like, we ain't getting no money off this shit. This is all off the love.
Spotify deal, guaranteed push for the 3 years, 10 mil.
I don't know, bro. Because you know what's going to always be the issue? You know what's always going to land at?
What?
But why do we have to? Because I know they ain't going to want to explain it.
Why we have
I know
to
they're not
that?
going to be real and want to explain it. I'm like,
yeah,
but why do we have to do?
Right.
Because, nigga, if you really can, I'm a heterosexual man and proud of it. If you can really make it make sense to me, I don't know what scenario makes sense. That's the problem.
It ain't no.
But if you can really make it make sense to me,
scenario that's
going to stop. Other than just the money, if you can make it make sense to me, even if you was just a group of comics and we was like, bro, we got this skit that's crazy. Because when I seen Grandmama, I didn't think, oh, they make this nigga put on a dress. There is certain instances where I've seen not just white men or black men, but men
All right, what if
put
it was,
on dresses where I didn't feel like they was selling their soul or was some political agenda to
What
it.
if it was some big?
But there is times that I do.
What if it was some Big Mama house type shit?
And that's another thing that's tricky to me. I don't know if it's my age. No, I'm being serious. I don't know if it was my age, bro. I want to say this. Or I don't, when it happened, and I just don't equate it now because I didn't look at it like that then. So I don't know how people are looking at that because I've heard people bring that up. Like, oh, man, Martin put on a dress. I'm like, nigga, that was when I thought, when niggas seemed like Martin was almost kind of like dying out of movies. And then he came out with this Big Mama's House shit. I thought the shit was weird when I first watched it, when I was younger. Like, man, this shit funny, but why you got to put on a dress and act like a girl? I don't like that shit. But it had nothing to do with political or social shit. It was just a boy thinking like
Undercover cop.
But no, I'm talking about in
Undercover
my mind how I was
FBI.
watching it and perceiving it.
Right.
I didn't think no woke shit, no political shit. When I watched it, it was certain parts that's funny, but my favorite parts was when he was dressed like a man. I was happy at the end when it was like, oh yeah, man, just be a dude and be Martin. I wanted him to be Martin. You know what I'm saying? When I look back at that now, I would have to throw that in there, I guess. I'm being honest. I don't know if it was because I was younger or just not understanding. When I first seen that when I was younger, I didn't feel like that. When I first watched Miss Doubtfire, I didn't feel like that. But there are other things that I've seen. Nigga, because I'm a kid that has roots in churches, I knew about Tyler Perry's DVDs.
Nigga, too long food, nigga.
Now that shit, let's talk about that.
That shit.
But real quick, let me get this off. Tyler Perry's DVDs, I guess because of the way they were sent, it didn't have no, I thought that shit was hilarious and brilliant. I'm not even going to hold you. To me, it was like a Wanda or like a fucking Shanae. I didn't feel like it was like on some.
And okay, so that's why, no, you just said why we were comfortable with Martin doing that already.
Oh, shit.
He had a whole character that he created.
And we know
not
he
the
created.
show. Martin, the people who he didn't even let people write Martin the way that
And
they
it was
would've.
created off of his stand-ups.
Right.
Remember? Because he would make up, he would be Shanae in
Wanda
stand-ups.
Was made
by
by
Jamie.
all black
Yeah.
people.
That's
that
funny. That's
whole
facts.
show is black
That's
people.
facts.
A sketch comedy.
That's facts.
So it's not for them to do it.
They're laughing
was
with you.
their
We're laughing at
choice.
No, you're right.
They didn't do it like, oh, this is gonna put me on. They did it like, nigga, this is what my vision of black ghetto ass females in Detroit is like.
Bro, so like that's what I'm saying.
So with Martin and Jamie Foxx, they created those characters. They weren't
That's fair.
forced
That's fair,
to
bro.
play those characters to be able to do more movies later.
You're absolutely right.
So Big Mama's House was a choice of Martin. It wasn't
Right.
because he was fizzling
and
out.
that's what it was. It didn't seem like
He didn't need.
It didn't seem like, oh, if you wanna get to-
he didn't need that movie to keep being Martin.
he didn't get
he
that.
Wanted
He didn't
just
have to
it.
do that to get Bad Boy.
No, nigga, Bad
You know what I'm
Boys
saying?
is
It was already
nigga,
Bad
he
Boy. You was already
has
Martin.
all of these
Yeah.
things, nigga.
You was already Martin. Yeah.
Right.
So I
He's
guess
already solidified
it's tricky,
as a
bro.
stand-up art
No, that's
comic
tricky. Yeah,
and
yeah.
as a fucking not a comedian, as
As a movie
actor,
maker and
nigga.
actor. Yep. Yeah. Bro.
Cause think about it, he only wore a
Do the
dress,
right thing.
He only wore a dress in two things: one movie franchise where he got to play a boy. He's playing a undercover character.
No, I know that's facts.
He's still a man,
Right.
At the end of the day, out of
That has a
costume.
love interest.
In the movie. He gets,
And plays a father figure.
Right. He don't.
All right.
He don't have to be a woman, and nobody gets to know he's a man.
That's facts.
Because it's gonna be some weird shit, and he's on some weird shit. You can't know he's a
Okay.
man because he's an FBI agent, nigga. He's undercover. Totally different. You know, you feel what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
And
for
it's
sure.
not something he kept doing. He did it for certain things, nigga.
Okay.
And like I said, the dress in Big Mama's house had a purpose. It wasn't political. It wasn't to demasculinize men, black men, because we still got to see him be a black man at the same time, a strong black man. In the FBI trying to bring down a fucking king or a murderer and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
He's still playing a strong man role while doing his undercover in a dress.
Right.
So
no, you're right.
there ain't no
That
knock
makes
on
sense.
that one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mrs. Doubtfire, if we think about that now, this nigga was trespassing. You damn near could say he was stalking.
Oh, shit. Hold on, you just messed me up. My bad.
Nigga, you remember it was all off a court case and his wife got everything.
No, you're right. It was to see, they'll say it like it was to see his kids. So even there's some masculinity shit in there, but they're going to give, we did overlook the wild shit you did.
Let's overlook all them violations.
Hey, he was wild. If you look at it in a realistic text, bro.
The nigga tried to fucking poison and kill the boyfriend. We gonna skip over that? This nigga intentionally gave this nigga spicy food that he's allergic to.
Hey,
tried
fam.
to off the...
The shit we let slide in our childhood, though.
So the fucking reason for dresses, we gotta go case by case. Because, nigga, Mrs. Doubtfire is some wild shit now, nigga. And we'll still watch that movie like it's wholesome.
Because we're indoctrinated with it. Like, it's our shit.
But, nigga, you show that to, like, a Gen Z who has no idea.
So
they gonna be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm not mad that he's in a dress. I'm not mad he's acting like a woman. This nigga's over here stalking his wife.
Right.
And I left that out. He's stalking his motherfucking wife.
Yeah. We gave him a pass. What else? It's a couple movies like that.
Nigga.
It's a couple movies like that from our eras back in the day, like where if you really look at the premise, it's like, bro, you should be in jail, fam. Like, or getting help. I'm just trying to think of something right now right off the rip. But there's something out there.
Nigga, the movie where Rodney Dangerfield was coaching the soccer player who was pretending to be a girl.
I kind of remember.
Ladybugs?
Yeah, bro. So, yeah.
Come on.
They was wilding back in the day.
It's just.
They was wilding.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with cross-dressing. Not the issue. But when you got a straight person interacting, Joanna man. How many laws were broken in that movie?
Shit was prophetic. If you think about it.
Yeah. How many laws were broken in that movie?
In today's time?
Oh, good.
No, hold on, stop.
How canceled?
No. That's just it.
No. It is. It's a straight man. Hold on. Let me break it all down.
I got you. Go ahead.
Straight man, not on hormones, not transitioning, not a part of the LGBT community, was kind of a fucking sexist ass, pig ass dude, probably was homophobic.
Womanizer.
We didn't know.
He was a womanizer.
And if you put it all together, that breeds homophobic type shit as well. So, this nigga's in locker rooms with these women, seeing all they goodies, all that shit, has a whole, like, love interest in the movie. Nigga, please. That's canceled.
Vivica.
That's prison. That's Nick.
All right, but it's the thing, though.
For the simple, LGBTQ's not coming for bat for him. He's got the women coming.
Mom is right.
You see that they won't let them make that movie again.
Right. Oh, she just brought up a topic. They said, I heard Marlon allude to that's the reason why they got blackballed from Hollywood. Making that movie. That's why they got their movie, the scary movie franchise taken away from them that they written and created.
Let's be real. They shouldn't have taken it from them, but they needed to stop making those movies.
Yeah, movies was horrible.
They didn't even take their franchise and take the royalties and shit. I don't like that.
But they were successful, and I love you too, Mom. I appreciate that.
Love you too, Mom Rose. Them movies needed to die.
Right.
Keep the royalties. Keep letting them getting paid off this shit, streaming and shit. Oh my God!
But they kind of created a lane with those movies, and like they were doing well financially. So I get it. It wasn't for us, right?
But
they
like
wasn't even.
Like I said, don't
they wasn't for us.
Take them from them. Let them.
Yeah,
still
but
get
that's
the
the game.
royalties from the streaming.
That's the game.
But
And,
like
and
I
think
said,
about
they
it. What do you
should've
see
killed
them in?
them
What do you
goddamn
see them in? What do you see them doing? Like
Straight to Netflix.
Straight to consumer.
Well, I can't even be mad at straight to Netflix anymore because you can be a fucking.
But no, hold on. But that's no. I get all that. I'm not saying that's not what we're arguing. You shouldn't be forced to go any route. But
because you look at Dave Chappelle, nigga, off 5.
But if we're being fair,
off 5 stand-ups, he made like $300 million.
Yeah, I know. But if we're being fair though, fam, just like that's the reason why she brung it up. White chicks, nigga. I watched that movie in theaters. Offended for white girls, and I was wondering while watching that shit, like, bro, this ain't cool. Now I understood why they were doing it, because you're allowed for people to take our image and likeness in our culture and do what the hell they want with it, and with little to like no,
monetize
aftermath or anything like that.
Oh,
so,
backlash.
Any backlash, right? So now what happens is, to me, it just seemed like it took longer than I thought it would. I thought it would be like extremely controversial, don't do good, like get them out of here. But people loved it, and I think that's what got them in more trouble. Because I think people watched that and seen the like honesty in the like outlandishness. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a funny one to me, man.
But let's talk about Tu Wong Fu, bro.
But that movie, I watched it one time.
But here's the thing.
Didn't know what the hell. I'm sorry. No, you.
No.
My bad.
Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna be quick.
Because I know exactly.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lose
be
my
quick.
point at all.
I watched the movie one time in theaters. It was me and some of the homie, young boy shit. You go to the movies. We watched something else, but then it was like,
because
okay.
You see a movie with Wesley Snipes and John Leguizamo, you're like, my nigga.
We don't watch. Remember, we ain't have the internet, all that type of shit. So like,
we didn't have no reviews.
I didn't go to the paper.
No trailer.
I didn't go look at the paper and be like,
trailer.
like nigga, I ain't see that shit. I'm outside playing and shit. I didn't see that, but I was like, ooh, this guy. That's exactly what we said. It was like, oh, look who's in it.
Tapes used to have the trailers and shit to do shit. Oh man, nigga, we used to. Now we got internet though, but nigga.
Hey, it was a time that nigga you had to get to the movies to see the previews, nigga.
Yeah, and okay, here's the one thing.
You could just YouTube previews
here's the
now.
one bail I'm gonna give to Wong Fu, and it's the only one. It had 3 races in the motherfucker, including a white person.
They didn't just stick it on anybody.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, you got.
You know why?
Person,
you know why that's dope?
And you put a white person, so you ain't being racist.
I was about to say that it's dope because it's realistic.
Yeah.
The LGBTQ
drag crew
plus community.
That whole like big ass drag coalition. That movie was everybody.
It's gonna be the most diverse. When you start talking about sexual preference and sexual identity, and social identity,
that has no race comes out of that.
Fam, when you talking about every human.
Yep.
So. Yeah, that's what triggers some people too in the heterosexual communities, is that sometimes it's perceived like they're trying to predict or project certain behaviors on only certain types of people, and it's just not realistic.
Yeah, Tu Wong Fu definitely.
Fam, there's too many.
The whole drag cast that was in that movie was all. There was Asians. You had Puerto Rican Leguizamo. You had Black Wesley
It looked
Snipes,
like
white Patrick
a
Swayze.
modern day LGBTQ
right.
or
pride
some modern day pride shit.
Yep.
And I'm a person that's been to pride events,
and that's the only
and always had a good time.
Movie. It showed y'all.
Shout out to the whole pride community.
That's the one thing. 2 bails I'll give it. The first one, and it was the first.
There's 2 of them.
No.
Oh, okay, no, I'll get you. My bad.
2 points.
Oh, my bad. I was about to say,
2 bails.
damn.
2 bails.
I didn't see the second one.
The second bail it was the earliest proper representation of LGBTQ out there in the early 90s when it was still hella taboo. You know what I'm saying? That movie came out like 92, 93.
That's what's crazy about it. When I didn't realize that movie was that old. And I was that young when I watched it.
And it depicted them in a great light. All of them had good ass jobs.
I'm glad you said that. Hey, boy, we vibing right now. Can I insert something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was just going to make a point that I don't want to lose, is that I was a young boy watching that shit with some young boys by ourselves. And we were kind of disappointed because we didn't know what the fuck we was watching. and we stayed for the whole movie and all agreed that it was a good movie afterwards. I remember that point. I remember going to my friend's house after her sister picked us up. And she was like, what y'all watch? And we told her. Her mom, sister, them, older folks, they was cracking up. They was like, oh, poor baby, we sorry y'all had to watch. And we was like, no, actually, it was a good movie. Like, I wasn't going to run back to it.
Right.
But I didn't realize
it was not a bad movie.
Real quick, I'll try to finish this. I didn't realize how young I was. But I do now remember that vividly. And it just goes to that whole, like, anti-community. Mm-hmm. That didn't fuck us up. Nope. It didn't change my life. It was just like, oh, I didn't think it was going to be that movie. But I was no more disappointed than when Steven Seagal died on that one movie, nigga, early in the credits with Halle Berry and whatchamacallit. You know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the name. When they was on the plane and shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, bro, like, that's
the Passengers? I don't know.
That was the two good things about that movie. The two groundbreaking things.
In hindsight, that movie wasn't bad.
That movie,
it was done right.
That movie is groundbreaking.
It was done right.
Hindsight.
Probably that. I heard Rent is a lot of people champion Rent the
because
same way.
let's think about this. The other movie we can equate with homosexuality is Philadelphia, which shows you got AIDS from being a homosexual. Granted, it had a great moving point.
I'm glad you said that.
It had a great moving point in it, but that's not a great light to show that homosexual AIDS, and then this is what you're gonna go through. We already know at that point what homosexuals was going through and shit.
So would have been better.
Black people
right.
definitely knew.
Would have been better. Would have been better if
Executive Decision. Your mother just
okay.
Movie.
Thank you. I stand corrected. Executive Decision.
But yeah, bro,
I said
it's
the
like,
Passenger.
It's like but bro.
Let's say take Philadelphia. What if Philadelphia was made and it was about a heterosexual man that contracted AIDS through whatever reason, like just wanted another realistic way of getting it.
Drug transfusion
right.
back in the 90s
exactly.
were hella unsafe.
Exactly. Do that means. And then let's say that you can now touch on
so many people.
Maybe you could have then touched on the stigma of it, the assumptions of it, and all that.
Yeah, right. Because ain't nobody gonna believe you in that. They're gonna automatically think you were a homosexual. Because that's what I was blind back then. I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's what, because I don't want to lose this. That's what I'm saying in terms of like that way you leave a certain group out without picking on them and saying, oh, see, this is a direct byproduct of you living this lifestyle and being this type of human. And that is what you're right. Because it is a great movie other than that. And I guess we can say that because that's not our story being told necessarily. But it's a good movie. You know, like for what it is.
It's a great fucking movie.
But you're right, though. Like, two things could be true. It's a good movie, and it's probably it was probably an extremely harmful movie too.
And I get the point. I get what you were trying to do.
Two great actors.
I get what you were trying to do. You were showing what the stigma of having AIDS, and that was your point. That should have been. But then you're making a black man combat his religious upbringing and shit to represent a homosexual white man.
It shows his ability though to do that. And I think that's a plus.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You show somebody's growth.
And you said it, black man, because you said what you made that connection. I think, remember, after all of the lawyers and shit was like, man, I know what it's like to have an issue that you can't control, that was a perceived issue.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you're terminally ill, who's more offended by that shit than the person that's battling that? Fuck you and your opinion of how I got here. Who has to deal with that more than me?
Right.
These consequences of this.
And it showed. That's why Philadelphia had great points.
No, you're right.
Very great points. But it just
all while being harmful.
It's just you let all them people who already had that opinion of homosexuals be like, "Yep, see, look at that." Making a movie about it.
It became an example of why not to be gay.
Yep.
People were pushing it.
At the same time,
that's why you can't be.
At the same time of showing like growth and empathy towards homosexual people. How do you do that? Because I feel like you built up 2 blocks and tore down 10.
And that's the thing. Without conversation, without a space of dialogue, meaning well, this is where a lot of white entities get in trouble.
God,
trying
what do they say?
Trying to reach out or do things for black people.
What are the best statements ever?
What?
the worst things come out of the best intentions.
Yeah, that's true. Good intentions are what is the road to heaven is paved with good intentions.
The road to
like
hell.
Or the road to
is
hell
paved
is
with
paved
good
with,
intentions.
exactly right. No, yeah. So but what I was saying, okay, take Walmart real quick. Walmart they did some grimy shit. Walmart goes, they tried to like patent Juneteenth or copyright.
Oh yeah, with that fucking.
They tried to
ice
copyright
cream.
Juneteenth, the holiday. That's aside. They tried to sneak that in there. They tried to copyright our beloved Black American FBA holiday that we've been celebrating way before white people even really understood what Juneteenth was all about. We don't need Walmart. We don't need America for us to celebrate that. If you all want to join in and celebrate, congratulations.
Stop
we've been doing
trying
this.
to fucking
We've been doing
monetize
this
off
since,
us.
right? Since we're celebrative people, right? So
Hey, Waltons.
they make this ice cream.
Well, fuck you.
They make the bullshit ice cream, right? Twitter, social media gets them the fuck out of here. They have to pull it. Had you had black people in positions of leadership, not all black people, just some equal fair share of black people, because we see a lot of black people work at Walmarts. I'll be seeing them on a night crew. I'll be seeing them stocking. I'll be seeing them doing all type of shit. But if you had them in the think tank, like the advertise, like you're speaking to a set group of people.
They would have told you don't.
If you had more diversity in the higher ranking rooms of decisions and beck calls, you would never have this issue. No black person, a descendant of Aboriginal African slaves in this country, would ever sit on a board and be like, you know what? Coolest monkey in the jungle? That's a great shirt. Mass produce that shit by the millions. We gonna sell that. Oh yeah, put it on a little black kid too. Nobody's ever gonna do that.
Got your ass canceled.
I just think that in 2022, there's no excuses. You know, they tried to pull a fast one and got caught on it. That's how we have to look at it for now.
And got their ass.
Nobody in this country operating on that scale can be this ignorant about our ancestry and what we've been through here in this country. To do that, to come to America and not educate yourself on that is outright disrespectful.
Matter of
So-
fact, shout out to what is his name? The Jolly Ginger or something?
I don't know.
Nigga, you gotta watch it, bruh. Definitely ally like a motherfucker. I love this dude.
Talking about big cornfed white boy?
Jolly Good Ginger, my
Yeah,
nigga.
okay, yeah. Redhead, red white boy. Yeah. He remind me of my friend Tyler. Shout out to my boy Tyler Gregory.
That's my
Brother from
guy,
another.
my nigga. Like I ain't gonna hold. Like, please come to the barbecue. That's my guy. Like, that nigga was talking and he said something that a lot of. I hate to have to bring
A lot
racism,
of
but I
non-black
need-
Americans.
That's what I need to start saying. A lot of non-black Americans need to understand. When you say, I can't imagine if that was my child. You'll never have to.
Yeah, it was a time. Yeah,
You'll never have to. Or you'll 0.1%.
right.
So, like, nigga,
It's not a plausible concern. Maybe
like,
I don't even know if that's the right way to
and
say
that's
it.
as
But
real as it gets. So he's like, stop saying that. Like, I'm sick of hearing you say that. You never have to worry about this.
but this is where that's starting to get tricky now.
You don't have to worry about your son running through a fucking neighborhood and 3 white men running up on him and shooting him down.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
You don't gotta worry about your son having a pack of Skittles on him and an Arizona tea with his hood up walking home.
And a white man could not feel like he comfortable with him being in going to his father's house and decide to stalk him, pray him, pursue him, and ultimately kill him. And then a jury of 12 white people then ultimately decide to not convict George. And I'll never forget the juror. I can't remember her name anymore, but I remember her quote was, "We just couldn't convict Georgie." Bitch, his name was George Zimmerman. That's just, so yeah, you're right. When it's in totality, when you're speaking in totality, no white American would ever understand that. That doesn't say that no white American has been through turmoil or gotten fucked over by government or been victimized by people.
If you're part of the 1%, you get fucked over by the government every day.
What I'm talking about, I don't know about that. We could debate that, because I would say if you're part of the 1%.
No, not the one. The 99.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, my
ass.
nigga. No, you're not. Never.
My
that.
bad.
Never.
Hey,
that.
if you're part of the 99%,
Bro,
like all of us,
no,
you get fucked every day,
I was
my
about to say,
nigga.
because I'm like, dog,
Oh,
I feel like the
1%'s
government
love.
works for the 1%.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, like, and the officials that don't, they gonna make them either look crazy
You're 99,
or
if
put some dirt on them.
This 99%, we take skin color out of it. You are in the same fucking war.
Different levels too, and whether you even know it, whether you even know it or not. Yeah.
Like, nigga.
Bro, you know what?
If you're white, okay, I'll talk about the differences in me and you right now. If you're white, you'll probably get the job quicker than me. You'll get less jail time than me. And you'll get a house loan faster, probably in a better place, better interest rate.
That's by design.
Banks will fuck with you a little more, but let's talk about everything else you go through with me. You pay the same taxes. You live in the same fucking neighborhoods. You're fucking not gave a fuck about, just like I'm not.
Kids still victim of the same school.
Still victim of the same bullshit, same school.
Mass shooters killing all our babies in school.
You're part of the same health system I am.
Yeah.
You might be on fucking welfare.
Well, so this is the thing.
Like, my nigga, like, let's.
And that's why, like, when it gets tricky. So, like that's why from a certain culture.
Bro, like, stop. So y'all got to start thinking with us. And
well,
not
no.
us.
What it is how we speak to each other. Because we'll say white people. So white people would think that we're talking to them. When black people say white people, they're talking about the American government, which in a sense we're white people. This is the blackest the government has been since Reconstruction. This is the most feminine the government has been since ever. This is the most Asian the government has been ever. This is the most gay, trans the government has been ever. This is the most Islamic this government has been
the most
ever.
Inclusive, period.
In that regard, only in terms of representation, right? Because that don't mean all these people are powerful.
No, not at all.
But what I'm saying,
all of them for us either.
and they're not the majority yet. Like, they don't run everything. And it, like you said, that doesn't mean that they're all for us either.
And us, I mean the 99%.
Yeah, because your skin color don't make you, doesn't decide if you're a good or bad person.
Nope.
And so when I say that to say this, like, with all that being said, we have got to get to a point where we just realize it's time, metaphorically, in this country, to rob the rich. There be so many poor people caping for rich motherfuckers, and part of it is like we're indoctrinated to be that way through what they push a celebrity obsession culture on us. Like, they call it good publication and just, oh, Beyonce bought this car for Jay-Z on their birthday. It's valued at this point. Well, Beyonce didn't put that story out. Nope. Just like white people aren't in the rooms with they are white people in these rooms. White Americans as a mass, white people that migrate over here as a mass, aren't making the decisions to systematically rob and loot the black community. This is something that's happened since they've had to free our shackles. But why did they really have to free our shackles? Because we were killing them. America had thousands of slave uprisings. And it doesn't behoove white supremacist America to teach that in white schools. Because you might think that it's part of your culture and your heritage to uprise against oppression. And you might do that. Like, think about it. If they were teaching that in schools, you might not have got a lot of people to take that jab.
And we have standardized testing when the fucking resources aren't standard.
And who's the standard based on? It's culturally biased.
Right.
If there's only one way to test something and it's based off of a culture, it's racist. I don't give a fuck what culture it's based off of. Especially if you want hundreds of millions of people to subscribe to it. Mm-hmm. There should be multiple standardized forms of testing a young student. Because they all come from different cultures and backgrounds. And you can do some extra black American Aboriginal descendant of African slave shit, FBA shit, that only black people be doing. Like, that's black ass shit right there. And that's also equally American. When I'm with my man, well, nigga, shout out to my Latin homies. When I'm with them and they on their Latin bag doing some extremely Latin shit, and they were like, bro, my bad, this some Mexican shit, my bad, this some Puerto Rican shit, nigga, this some Cuban shit. You just gotta
understand.
Guess what? That's also extremely American. They call it all American when they're talking about white European descendants. Whatever. It's still American. But apple pie and hot dogs and baseball ain't never been black America. Black America been here longer than anybody. Go fact check me. It ain't never been Latin America. All American, nigga, apple pie, nigga, and hot dogs. Now, in American culture, we all dibble in that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like a little apple pie every once in a while. I ain't against apple pie.
I hate apple pie.
And when I ate
and it's not a cultural reason.
Hey, this is a
I
big
just
pause right
don't
here, too.
like how it tastes.
Big pause coming. Pause. Double entendres over here. I'm in my rapper's bag. And when I ate meat, I loved hot dogs.
Damn, that definitely was a
Pause.
big pause.
Look. Pause.
I don't like, and I never liked glizzies.
See? And you know what's funny? I was always random.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to lie. It might even
glizzies.
be kind of corny. Because if I'm at like a ball game or something, or if I'm like out and about, we on the street or something, and they got one, I like it like that. I'm not at the house making them.
I won't eat. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah,
If
no, I
we in
feel
New
you.
York, and there's
Just fire, bro.
you see the hot dog cart, I'm gonna
Just-
wait till we see the $3 pizza place.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't far off.
Bro, I be getting it, nigga.
I'm not eating glizzy, and it's not on no like anti like.
We gotta take a trip
I'm
this summer, bro.
homophobic.
I gotta go see my auntie
I
anyway.
do not like the taste of hot dogs. Never did, never will. I like big paws. I like sausages.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That shit sound
Super
crazy.
pause on that one.
Somebody gonna chop that up, nigga.
Ooh, fuck.
Damn!
I like hot links. Pause.
Don't get no rap beef, nigga. When you go, hey,
Oh,
don't.
fuck.
No rap beef days is over.
Yeah.
Cause boy,
But hey,
somebody gonna
that's
chop
why,
that up.
That's why
Like
Dowdy Brothers is what a production
Production
DJ
group, right?
Niggas.
that shit is funny though. It's hard for rappers out here, ain't it?
Oh my God, yeah. Watch what you say. I wouldn't do interviews.
That's probably why a lot of them don't like doing interviews. Cause an op could take what he said, chop that up, make that a hook, man. Be like, man,
You know the only nigga that get an interview from me? Nod War.
who? Dog, let's talk about him.
Bruh, he's for the culture.
Is he? Oh, wait, look, hold on. Let me
Yeah.
stop. No, let me just go. Let me go first. Let me go first.
Fuck yeah.
So this is the thing.
He's for the culture.
I stumbled across this motherfucker, right? And I'm like, who the hell is this white boy? And what? But you know how you see some shit and you instantly know you're late? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that's that real with itself. That'd be like, hey, bro, this shit is popping. And
Oh,
I don't
for
know
sure.
nothing about it. And
For
I can
sure.
tell it's popping.
Nigga,
I can
TikTok
tell-
for me.
I can
For
tell
both
it's
of
big,
us.
right? But I'm saying, but this something different because it's
Yeah.
one entity.
Right, yeah.
And this is not no like typical hip hop nigga. Like you got to know, you got to see him, and you got to know. It was what they say.
Not
What's
one.
understood needs no explanation. It's one of them. So I'm like, who the dog? I'm getting Bill Nye the Science Guy vibes from this nigga.
He is, but he's the Bill Nye Science Guy of rap.
But hold on, but so that's what I'm saying. So like this Akeem, and I'm like, nigga,
Is Bill Nye not for the culture?
I'm not saying he's not. Listen to where
Because
I'm
Bill Nye definitely
listen to where I'm trying to land.
rocks
though.
with black people. my
Listen to
nigga.
where I'm trying to land. I'm trying to land in the space of when I first seen it. I didn't judge him and be like, I didn't say nothing bad. I ain't tweet nothing out. Who is this? I stumbled across a video, nigga. And I'm like, the fuck? And it was a short. So I was like, why the fuck is J. Cole talking to this motherfucker? Like, oh, he must have just been in Europe and this nigga probably popping in Europe. And then like, or somewhere, right? Definitely shallow thinking, judging, whatever. I apologize. I'm human. So you know how like the algorithms go. Like I see some shit again, but then I'm seeing the people that's with him, and I'm like, yo, these my peoples. Why they with you?
And he's bringing up
Who are
shit
you?
really like
And then I'm
about
hearing what
them,
they're
nigga.
fucking talking about,
Yeah.
and then I'm hearing
You
them.
saw his one with Nas, right?
I'm hearing his gimmick.
Did you see his one with Nas?
Nah,
Pharrell?
Well, nah.
Nigga.
Hold on. I'm gonna check him out now. But I'm hearing him say shit to niggas, and they like, yeah,
Bruh.
fam. Who told you that name?
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
Like he really
How you know that? Like
he's
caught
for-
up, like
he's
dog.
for- and he's
what?
not a Vlad type nigga who has all this information to get you put in jail.
Or that makes you or the culture look ignorant or bad.
That nigga giving flowers. Like,
Dude,
nigga, this is the first song you've ever. They give him a record like, nigga, it's the first song I ever sampled on a beat. The first beat. Like, what?
Or the very first rap song you ever made, looking ass.
Or what your first rap name was before you ever even got big in this shit.
Dog.
Like.
Yeah, I peeped that.
Not federal shit. Not, didn't you almost go to jail? No, it's nigga hip hop.
I'm not scared to say that, like,
that nigga
I wasn't at the cool table on this one. I didn't know.
That nigga would get a motherfucking interview from me.
I was just like, bro, who is
if
this
I was
dude?
famous rapping, nigga, nigga, that's a bucket list for rapping, nigga. Please pull up on me.
I was wondering
nigga. Like,
why he was able to get so many people, and that's what I was like, bro. Because this is a thing amongst the culture with the artists.
He was only popping up on niggas when they came to Canada.
He's in Canadian. Shout out to Canada.
He's popping up on niggas when they came to Canada, and then niggas found out like you want Nardwuar to pull up because that's a real hip hop.
It's a look.
Enthusiast, nigga.
And it's a look.
Yeah,
it's a vibe.
He's not a nigga who gonna make you look stupid. He's a nigga that's gonna like blow your mind that he knows so much.
It comes
dope
from
shit
a place
about
of fandom. Like,
right?
I want to talk to these dudes.
Cause nigga,
like, you know what I'm saying?
He gave
like,
J. Cole shit that J. Cole was like, what the
bro?
fuck?
I'm gonna go back to that and watch the whole joint because I seen J. Cole.
He has a Nas
he fucked Cole face
a
up
for
like
real one, nigga. And ain't nobody ever been like, oh, get the fuck. No, everybody's like, at the end of the shit, they're like, bruh, I love you.
Yeah, because you know what? He's going back and taking the nickname that your grandpa used to call you, that only your mother and your sister and your father call you to this day. Nobody else, right? Yeah. He's saying that, and that fuck you up. Like, yo, how you know that? That's
not
crazy.
No Fed shit
right?
Either. That's like,
he's
bro,
not going back and being like,
to?
so you were there in the car when so-and-so shot so-and-so, right?
And he's not asking you a gang name. He's asking like...
He's not asking, hey, when you said you was loading up the clip and spinning the block in that one song, what'd you mean by that?
He's handing you records that you had sampled in the song. Or nigga.
You was talking about whatchamacallit, right?
I don't know who it was he gave a record to, but the dude's dad played an instrument for this band, nigga, and nobody knew this. Nigga, like, damn near teared up. Like, nigga, he's for the culture, bruh.
Yeah, that's dope.
He only brings up shit that, like, is big to you and is really
and it's
personal. Nigga,
it's good shit.
Like, goddamn.
No, that's what I'd be saying. I'd be looking at some of these kids.
That you would only know.
And I want to stop
me,
saying this.
That none
My
of
bad.
these fans,
stop pointing at people.
None of these fans would know.
Right.
It's something that Akeem or Jones.
I don't
want
to shit on like other entities and shit and be like, oh man, that's that Vlad shit. Because sometimes niggas say that.
But we know what you say when it's everybody
what I'm saying
in the
is,
culture knows what you say when it's some Vlad shit. He's not no Vlad.
But we don't do this. Everything that we do this for, like, it ain't always in front of motherfuckers that get it. Right. So I was just being more clear in the sense, saying that, like, Vlad has a style of interviewing certain people that can be triggering in that way. Because it's like, bro, whether they're intelligent or smart enough to, like, not condone or be conducive of that, it's that, like, he has this, like, it seems like he comes in with certain people that he interviews in that realm, like with that. Now, granted, a lot of people that he interview are from that life. Yeah, but you don't. So, in one hand, we have to give Vlad some slack in the sense of, like, he's interviewing career criminals that have told you and stood on their 10 that they're career criminals. Now, there's certain things they're not going to want to go into that he might ask about, and it's their job to spin out of that. Now he's an investigative journalist. But when you see that over and over, it can be perceived as like, man, all he trying to do is get niggas locked up. But we got to be real. There's interviews of Vlad that a lot of game is given on too.
It is.
If you watch any of his interviews with TK Kirkland, a lot of motherfucking.
But like you said,
you know what I'm saying?
People,
like game is dropped.
Like interrogations.
He used to do the Vlad stock shit. I used to watch that. Well, he was like doing the stock portfolio shit and helping, like, nigga, invest in this, do this. So it's certain part. I'm seeing Vlad give a lot more other people that was around him opportunities. Like when you do the show now, he's not the one doing the interview.
Right.
I see
but
him
he's never even
shit.
there now. He's like on a TV screen, ain't he? Or he comes
No, but
back.
I heard it's been like that for years. Way before we knew it was like that, it was like that.
That's because, nigga, in reality, he knows somebody probably want to do something to him.
Well, somebody already did something to him to the $12.5 million. Hey, my thing is this.
Don't
Shout out
snitch
to
when
Rose.
you get did in on some
Allegedly.
shit you do.
Shout out to Rose allegedly. And shout out to Vlad, because this is what I want us to mature to as a culture. Everybody in the media field and everybody in the music space, all the athletes, everybody from the tribe ain't involved in the street element, right? The street element, nigga, we can do a month, nigga, on just Asian gangs, just Hispanic gangs, just African Caribbean gangs right here in America, white gangs right here in America, police gangs. It ain't just black gangs, right? So we all have our stereotypes that they throw on us. But what I'm simply saying is that, like, we got to get to a point where we don't make excuses for criminals that do crime stupidly and get caught and now have to face the punishment. We don't go run and tell on them. We don't necessarily throw the alley-oop of the investigation up. That's not really our culture. Nobody in America likes a tattletale. Yeah. All of us. None of us. Right? Yeah, we all teach our kids to stop. Don't tattletale.
Culture, nigga. That's
culture. That's American culture. Keep your motherfucking mind your business, right? Yeah. So we like to act like it's not, but that's really American culture. So,
because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
They need to leave us alone too.
These cops probably get so sick of pulling up on Karen situations.
No, I'm saying
now,
they
nigga.
need. Dog, hold on. They need to leave us alone too. That's what I'm saying.
They're like, what? As soon as they hear it's like some he's here, I don't know who he is. They're like, oh my god. They're probably, and they can't ask this question, but I'm sure they want to, so they don't go out there. What color is he?
No, they do ask that question.
Do they?
They know that.
God damn.
Well, how do you gonna identify him? Like, you saying the motherfucker's name is Jason? Well, shit, what Jason look like?
Like, because I'm
three
sure some
fucking
cops,
Jasons at
I'm
the
sure
park.
some cops will look at the address. He be like, he live here. I don't know about it. He's a black male. They're like, God damn it, I'm gonna go here. He lives here. You're being a fucking nuisance right now.
You're being surface level with that. Where it gets fucked up. This is where you're right. Your sentiment is right.
Like, they're like, God.
You know what really happens? In my opinion, I think it's more sophisticated than that. Dog, the lady hounded her grandson that was just checking on her. Oh, they got that guy. I think he has a gun. He's telling her, Grandma, that's a toy.
Oh, yeah.
This is not no white supremacist. This is a fucking 30-year-old some odd man going by to check on his grandma like he promised his parents would or whatever, and trying to get out of there to go about his fucking day. But you know what his grandma kept doing with her old racist fucking ass?
Call me, please.
She harassed her grandson over and over, like, no, don't leave me. I'm scared. Like, all this, she's doing all that shit. When you go listen to that police call, it's the most unthreatening police call as it pertains to a concern with a person's and a gun. He says over and over, I'm pretty sure it's a toy, but my grandmother seen it and she's kind of harassing me about it. He looks to be like a kid playing with it because it looks like a toy and he's twirling it. The police arrived and killed him within 12 seconds.
Yep. Without identifying nothing.
So that's a situation of some like Karen racist police towards black Americans. We've been taught to kind of treat y'all a certain way as type shit. When it be, but these other people, though, there's some motherfuckers as doctors, lawyers, and they are sophisticated people, and they're not calling with stupid shit. They're calling with, hey, you know what? I don't mean to be a bug, but it's, I just opened a business up right here, and I used to be military, man, and there's some guys out here with guns, and it's gotten a little kind of pretentious. I have my wife and children here. We're just finishing up some stuff on the weekend on the way home. Can I get you guys to get a squad out here kind of urgently? But really, it's just me and you standing there, and he told us to keep it down, and we told him to suck our dick.
We had no weapons.
They coming in hot, fam.
We gonna get shot or shot at.
They call that death by suicide or murder by or suicide by cop when you make the cop shoot you, right? Mm-hmm. But there's another thing that they talk about too in the world where racist people, call the police for anything and shot. Up it on black people. We've had a lot of racist non-black people tell you to your face on camera, I'm going to fucking call the cops so they can come shoot you. I'm going to call the cops and tell them that you're doing something. This comes from a history of every
That
American.
chick in New York with her dog, bro.
We can get into that. This comes from a history of every American, non-black American, non-indigenous American, non-aboriginal American was deputized over us. Remember the movie Life? You know what fucks me up about that movie Life? It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautifully joyous, funny, sad movie, right? But you know what really fucks me up about the movie Life, bro? Ever since I first seen it, son, I swear to God, it's when they catch the case. Mm-hmm. They leaving. They see the black boy knocked off. He looking for his watch that he stole from him. And he like, see, look at you, stealing nigga shit. Somebody didn't got your ass out here. They're in a black-ran, black-owned town because that's what you got to know about history in America. They wanted to be around us. Our juke joints was popping. Our music always sounded dope. We've always been able to have good fun around amongst us and allow other cultures to come in and enjoy themselves. So they was hanging around the black part of town snooping, drinking. These some motherfucking illiterate ass thugs. One of these niggas about to work at a bank, which is like big shit back then, and the other one is he's a criminal, but he's highly intelligent and is
to open a nightclub,
right?
He's
still thinking. They're still thinking on another plane.
Yeah,
these country boys, not because they're country, but these motherfucking people like the dudes that basically gets to cause them damn near life in prison just because they were deputized over them. They're drunk as shit. Hey, what you boys doing? And they have to stop. And these black men that work for a nigga, basically Bumpy Johnson, you know what I'm saying, who they was kind of alluding to in the movie, powerful gangster, they got a fistful of cash, they got money, there's a gun in the car. Ray wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to stop for some two niggas from Chicago telling them niggas to stop. They was going to shoot it out, nigga. I'm Ray Gibson. I'm from New York City, motherfucker. I'm a gangster. And they would have took their lumps, however that worked. Mm-hmm. I'm not letting you niggas take Bumpy's shipment. Right? We're going to shoot it out. I'm going to have to stab you, punch you. But when those drunk, illiterate, not physically opposing or nothing.
No, they had guns.
They had guns. But, nigga, you got a gun. They had guns. I'm saying is that, like, nigga, the obedience that was instilled. Yeah. Right? The mental slavery part where it's just like, even if they had guns, nigga, them is them. Bro. You know what y'all about to be. To let them take you to jail is to literally surrender your life at that time.
Yeah, that's real.
Me and you can go get arrested right now for some shit that we know we didn't did and be in the back of the cop car laughing as long as we don't got one of these gangster white supremacist cops that's trying to fuck us up and plant drugs on us. But we know we didn't do nothing. It's a disorderly conduct. Some manager called. We got a little carried away laughing and shit, but we ain't do nothing. We got the means to get out of jail. We got lawyer fee. We're about to probably sue the fuck out of somebody. We're going to be in the different cop cars kind of smirking at each other like, man, this is some bullshit.
I'll see you in like 15
But they made us kind of used to dealing with that here in this country, right? So we get like that. Nigga, in their situation?
I'm gone. I'm not going to jail.
Fam, you was at least going to be doing 10, 15, 20-something years. Let alone life. Like, y'all wasn't getting in and out. Like, it's just, that was always crazy to me. That always haunted me. Mm-hmm. And it always made me feel like, damn, it might come a time where right isn't right. And I had to know the difference.
We're there. We've been there.
No, I'm just talking about in an individual instance in your life where we're like, I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Right.
At this point in my life, for sure, I can 100% say I 100% follow the law. Even shit that I'm not going to get caught, even shit that there isn't really like a lot of jail time, I've dealt with, I'm not doing it. I'm not just jaywalking because I'm young and like, fuck it.
Yeah, I definitely don't do that shit.
I don't do shit like that no more. Like, you know, you mature out of certain things, right? I ain't just speeding down the street for no reason. I'm not at the red light.
Definitely got to fix that.
I'm not at the red light upset, nigga, because it's taking too long and ain't no cars just running it no more.
Like, I don't run it, but I
prevent shit that, you know, little just run-ins from shit like that is the best I can. So, that being said, I'm just like, man, it's a culture of cat and mouse, you know? Mm-hmm. So, we'll see. I want to get on this boxing before we get to the main boxing thing, I want to tell you, ask you if you've seen Eddie Hearn's nigga allegedly trying to offer
Sugar Ray.
no, Eddie Hearn from
not
from
Tommy
Gaz-
Hearns.
yeah,
Eddie
from
Hearns, the
Gazon.
promoter.
Tank Davis trying to offer him like allegedly it was like $100 million, but a lot of people are saying it's cap in the boxing world. They're saying that it's not really that much money, but to leave Floyd and sign with him. And I want to ask you, nigga, like, if that's the case, let's say Floyd can't, for whatever reason, I can't imagine Floyd not being able to match anybody else. It, to me, would seem more like a willingness thing. But Floyd is Floyd, and it's not like he don't have a corporation necessarily behind him. So people got to look at that, too. Yes, he's wealthy.
Would I go to Eddie Hearn, who's been a proven fucking horrible fucking
for a
promoter?
guaranteed, for
Fuck
no, for a $100 million guaranteed.
No, because I know eventually within these next 5 fights, I'm gonna get $100 million with this Mayweather promotion. If I keep knocking these niggas out and I keep fighting everybody they want me to, and everybody who's telling me I should fight, and I keep just running through this motherfucker.
Tank Davis is one of the highest paid fighters and one of the biggest stars in the sport.
Got no reason to sign
And
that
he
contract.
doesn't, and he hasn't even had a mega fight yet.
Right, he don't need to sign that contract.
He hasn't even had a mega fight yet. He hasn't even been in the ring with somebody that we really think could beat him.
Nope.
There's only 2 or 3 of those people. So you can't just fight them all in 3 fights. That's going to be your career. Why would I go see you fight the niggas that I know you're going to win afterwards? And as fans, we don't like to hear that all the time.
Right.
But if you look at the trajectory of him, I'm like, Floyd is the blueprint. To me, I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving Floyd, who's got
He's
to
making you rich.
who got to $1 billion doing what you're doing, and you're making more money at the age you are now.
And you're working with the
than
person that helped him get
he
there.
Was.
It's not like it's just Floyd. See, it's not
You're
like.
already on. I'm just saying you're on pace earlier
But I know, but you
to
know what
get
it's-
to this bag.
but you
You're
know what it's
already
like-
a pay-per-view draw.
You know what it's not like? It's not like I played for Phil Jackson and won 7 chips with him. Not say one more than Mike 7. And now I'm gonna coach. That's not what this is.
No.
Floyd extended his own company as a subsidiary of the company that he co-built with Al Heyman. It's the same people that made that $1 billion with Floyd now on the Tank.
Right.
I'm like, bro, to me, you're getting they would argue that you're getting overpaid for your fights right now.
Oh, bro, like I said, he's making more money than Mayweather did at this point.
Yeah, because Bob Arum was screwing
Fucking
him.
him, right.
Right, yeah, you're right.
So
You're
if
absolutely
Mayweather
right.
got to $1
No,
billion
you're right, bro. You're
with
right.
making fucking bullshit his first, like 15 fights?
Yeah, something, if not more.
More than that?
Yeah,
Before
if
he
not
finally
more,
went
yeah.
to fucking, because you had to retire and then go to Showtime.
No, he made his own. He bought himself out of his contract.
Yeah. Yep, and then went to Showtime. So, nigga, there's no reason. Same with Errol Spence. Ain't no reason for Errol Spence to leave where he at. He's on pace to get to 100. Nigga, he's already, what, 60? Or what? It's got to be in this next fight. It's got to be 30-40 in this Terrence Crawford fight. It's the mega fight.
Oh, millions?
Yeah, it's got to be 30-40.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
Maybe
niggas fight.
half a hundred.
Yeah, they gon'. I'm talking about just upfront money, like that front. Like, they gonna get.
Or they're gonna split 100. He's gonna get 60. Crawford's gonna get 40.
You know what? If I'm being honest, I think the first fight, when it's all said and done, they split 100.
Yep. 60,
I think
40.
the second fight, because it probably will be more than one. The second fight is where they probably walking in looking at like, nigga, we about to split 100 before we even get before we tape these things up, nigga. I need to see that check.
Yep.
One of the most inspiring things I ever had seen in my life, bro, is Floyd walking out. He's like, he was talking about, I think it was the Pacquiao fight. He was just like, man, you know, I'm just an old head doing what I do. His boys was congratulating. Jamie Foxx was over there shaking, like high-fiving him. He's like, you know, Jamie, I was just out there gripping him and popping him and gripping him and, you know, just bullying him a little bit. Nothing, you know, I ain't do nothing. I had to get in my bag. He was like, but hey, check this out though, because the lady came in. She was like, I have your check. Just a regular ass fucking casino employee. This what fuck.
Like
Hold on, wait.
$63 million?
This what fucked me up, Dre. I always envisioned in my head.
That check was retarded.
I always
dog.
envisioned in my head,
my
bro.
God.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Those checks look different.
No, stop. I'm gonna fuck you up.
They look different.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
They're built different.
This nigga said, bro, first off, the same chick that bring you your money when you hit a ticket or something, or the same chick That's what fucked me up.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it's like the same chick that had brung me mama.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Brought him his $100
I expected to be
purse.
like an armed security with just a lot of different shit. Or maybe you got on a business suit or something. No, nigga, same.
Who gonna fuck
Hold
with
on.
her?
I'm gonna fuck everybody up that's been to Vegas. No, this Nevada life, nigga. From Reno to Vegas. She had that motherfucking teal shirt on, nigga, the little collar, nigga.
Who gonna fuck with her?
I know, but still, it was just funny.
And you can't cash that check.
She came over with the shit on a platter, fam. She had the platter. She had the little shit like, nigga, she kind of came through, nigga, like, she was like a little mini thing. She walks, and it was a long-ass check, nigga. It was longer and a little bit bigger.
Them shits is like a...
She gave it to him while he was talking. And Floyd grabbed the shit. He just got his gloves cut off. Or his tape cut off. He grabbed the shit. He was like, hey, I know one thing, though. Anybody want to see what a $230 million check look like? Nigga, the crowd, nigga, the locker room go crazy. Like, nigga, yes. Let me touch that thing,
Could
nigga.
you imagine?
Just in case, nigga.
Could you just...
I'm out.
You're just looking at it like, that's 230
Bro, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be real with you.
$1 million.
If I got that check right now, I would probably lock myself in a room for a week. I know that sounds asinine, like, nigga, why?
Because I need to
Before
process.
I spend $1,
I gotta process.
before nigga, I'm going to be crying, screaming, nigga, shadow boxing, nigga, like, oh, I'm up, nigga, I'm up. I got to get all that.
Nah,
and then,
you know what I'm about to do? Fuck that. I'm not
hold on,
spending...
let me land
Okay.
real quick, because guess what? I've always told my mother this. Guess what else I'm going to do? I'm taking the team. Everybody that encompasses my team, nigga. With that type of money, I don't give a fuck what you and the kids doing. Hey, bro, I got this island booked for 6 months. It's imperative. We all got to go. Everybody that I look at like, nigga, you're a part of this come up, we're flying out, fam. And I'm going to host us and we're going to wine and dine. But when we leave, everybody's going to know their fucking role. Everybody's going to leave with a little, like, knowing, okay, nigga, can you put me on, nigga? I'm doing this, and this is what we doing. Oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm part of this. And everybody's going to leave way more paid than they ever been before, and we going to push, dog. Because what's going to happen is when we get back to the States, if you wasn't on that trip,
Yeah, you ain't getting...
it's not that I'm not fucking with you.
You just
Or I
ain't.
can't bless you.
Yeah, you ain't.
But it puts you in your proper priority.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
proper priority to it. Like, yeah, I'm going to holler at you when I get back to town.
If
You feel me?
give
Type
a
shit.
$200 million check, you know, the first thing I'm doing, I'm spending a week in the hospital.
Because you about to.
Check ups.
Oh, that's a fact.
Nigga.
No, wait. Wait. See, I didn't elaborate. You said, notice I said 6 months.
Oh, yeah, nigga.
When we come back, everybody good, nigga.
I'm going
Everybody.
to- I'm like,
Nigga, down to cholesterol, fam. We good because, hey, we got this money. We got to live.
I'm going.
We needs to be
I'm
here.
Going straight to the hospital. Like, hey, I need a full.
Don't flying in the best doctor, all that,
That's
man.
what I mean. Yeah, I'm
No, I'm flying
going
in.
to whoever like.
Dog, when I
Bezos
say that
said
6
go
months,
to, nigga.
we gonna be on like a resort island treat with all that on there. Niggas getting all that done before ready.
I'm gonna know
We coming
every
home,
ailment, nigga.
bro. When I say niggas is coming home on go, by the time you get home, you already know you already got your crib, fam.
Right.
That 6 months is for them to get it all the little ancillary shit. So you going home to your new crib, new whip, all that shit's taken care of.
Studio.
Nigga, all you going to is, they breaking ground on the studio today, and I got to go over there and make sure, nigga, these niggas know what time it is and they doing what
Oh,
they
they
doing.
putting my speakers in.
You
I
see what
gotta
I'm?
go
That's
check
what
this
I'm
stuff
talking
where they
about,
put
bro.
this
We
shit.
gonna be everybody, nigga. People that's like my nigga Dave. He gonna be they breaking ground on the school, nigga, and we gonna do that, all that type of shit. Everything from political shit to social shit to small businesses, nigga. Oh yeah, we just got this shopping center. Everybody's gonna have they go, nigga. Starting brands and youth leagues and shit. Everything, nigga. So now by the time we leave, we already got the financial team together. We got everything together. We got our taxes together. We got everything together. Everybody up, bro. That sounds crazy to a lot of people. But it's better to do that. That's the LeBron James effect, bro. It's better to do that than me dip off, nigga, with a couple of the homies, and now everybody got to come through me like I'm the Godfather or like I'm a master of finances just because I came up.
Right.
I don't know shit about money. I grew up, nigga, poor. Nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We black in America, my
But
nigga. They
nah,
didn't teach us this.
As far as like, Tank should never leave where he's at. He's with the blueprint to a
You
billion.
know what's funny though?
He's
Oh,
with
my
a
bad. Go ahead.
billionaire.
Let
You're
go
with
ahead. This
somebody
shit
who made $1 billion
blueprint.
off the
You
same
said it?
sport that you're playing, or not playing. We don't play the same sport that
Right.
you compete in.
Right.
You're undefeated, just like this nigga. your knockout ratio is about where his is started to end at because his hands are fucked up. Let's hope that left hand doesn't become a problem.
Right.
It wasn't in this last fight.
Yeah, that was good to see.
But let's just, hopefully that was just a
And
freak accident. You hit wrong. And
he broke his hand. We didn't really ever get the real severity of it.
Right.
A broken hand.
He probably
a
just
broken
fractured his shit.
And when it's in them gloves and tight,
Yeah.
you don't know
Right.
how deep the severity is. So it's like that shit hurt when I punch. You safer to just kind of like
You
box
could
him.
have sprained your shit. And it just, you think every time you
Like 2 weeks after the fight, he probably was looking like, nigga, I could have knocked that nigga out with this shit.
this shit ain't broke.
It would, yeah, but in your mind, you're like, oh, my shit broke.
Nah, because I don't think it was. They never came back. There was a fracture. I think it came back.
No, it
that
was fractured. I think
was
it was
Okay.
fractured. I think they said it was like somewhere in this part.
Oh.
that
So
he had,
yeah,
like,
which
fractured
means
it.
he probably did one of these.
I think that's what it
Foreheaded
was.
him.
Yeah, like
hit
he
him right
hit him in the head.
forehead and didn't flush hit him and it broke his. Yeah, right. I could see that because
Yep.
if I hit you with this, my whole bone structure in my hand's not taking the force of that, nigga.
No,
so
right.
these are gonna crumble.
Yeah.
Because those are your probably weakest fingers. If we probably ranked fingers on strength, your ring and your pinky probably aren't the strongest fingers you have.
You ain't lying, bro, because I picked up my, my little water case and shit. That shit and I
bent
fucked
your
around and had some
fingers.
shit in my hand and did it on my pinky, nigga, and it was full.
Bing.
Nigga, no, I had to squat down, nigga. Like, it was like, oh, shit. Almost broke my pinky, it felt like, nigga, because it was, like, stuck in there, nigga. Oh, come on,
So
fam.
I think those
That's an old injury,
with
nigga.
a bad punch, I think those are probably your weakest points because they're also your smallest knuckles.
Yeah, that's easy. Facts. Getting back to this knuckle shit. You see what's going on with your boy, let me stop saying that. I don't even say that, but I say that now.
Yeah,
And
Chuck
it's
done
annoying,
got you.
bro. Right.
Chuck got you.
Because I used to mess with him saying it. Like, all right,
Maybe don't
whatever.
stop with that, your boy shit.
Right.
All
All right, but look, man, the kid Cambosis
Oh God, is there
is
an issue now?
a joke, bro.
Did he pull out?
No, he didn't pull out, but he's just a hypocrite, man.
Lord.
I like the back and forth. He's not as creative, but I guess he didn't got decided he gonna go all gangster. So he on his mafioso. He calling a nigga Devin Haney a rat. Said you're a rat. You know what I'm saying? You told on your countrymen to me. And then so Devin Haney was like, okay, well that's not really what that means, but you're a rat then, based on your logic, because you went and held Pacquiao, beat Jeff Horn, who was your dear friend and countryman. Since you're talking all this countryman shit, like I was supposed to do everything for Teofimo Lopez because we from the same country. All right, whatever. America ain't even on that type of time like that.
I was gonna have
but
to fight. I wanted to fight Teofimo. I don't even
Right.
like this nigga.
we're arch enemies. We don't fuck with each
Stupid.
other.
Why wouldn't I not
He
tell
ducked
you
me.
how to beat him?
I had him
Tell you.
cornered. He ducked me, got out of it, weaseled, and I hate to say it, Brooklyn, T.O., you did that, weaseled out of it,
and got beat.
and fucked around and got beat.
And
And,
then
so now,
you made the
now
path
you
easier
gotta
for me.
now you gotta rock with me and fight me. So before when I was mad that he ducked me, yeah, I was in your inbox like, yo, that nigga don't like this, don't do this. You see this nigga? Look, he ain't even training hard for you. He think you weak, man. Make sure you go in there and get that nigga done.
Yeah, because we're from the same country.
So
Like,
I can
don't
get you
like
done.
this nigga. Right, so I can get you.
Because I think
out of
that's
here.
gonna be easier to get you done than T.O.
Oh,
T.O.
it will be. I don't think this goes past 5 rounds.
Damn, for real?
Nope.
It's-
You call the nigga.
You're the-
You hold on, listen. You call a nigga a rat?
And a boy.
We don't.
Remember when he
this
kept
ain't-
calling him boy?
Yeah, this ain't going past the 5th round. You just don't call hood
Oh wait,
niggas certain
hold on.
shit.
Let me talk about this then, because you obviously help banish fight. Like now, there is a rule that if you have committed any kind of crime or done any jail time,
You can't go to certain countries.
you can't go to America. Australia don't. They have a hearing for you, right? Type thing. Or if you've done prison time, it's automatic ban. But then you can request a certain leeway or hearing or application. They already knew about this. And there the government puts on these sporting events. So the government's the promoter. So once he got the titles and shit, they were like, okay, yeah, we want it here. So like, okay, Devin Haney, real American warrior shit. I'm gonna just go to your house,
And
nigga,
take your straps.
and take your straps, nigga. Like fuck it, I'll fly out to
All
Australia.
5. I want them all.
Right,
And
shout-
he did it so, he's
shout
gonna
out
do
to
it
the
so-
Aboriginals
he's
of
gonna do
Australia.
it so beautifully. He don't even got to go fight 5 people for him.
Shout
He
out-
gonna
right.
one beat
Right,
one boy
right.
beat all 5.
Shout out to my Aboriginal, and that's what all y'all get for ducking them. A lot of people, right?
is Tank and Haney's mega fight each other?
The reason why it's hard to say is because what about Shakur?
Are they all okay? So now
That's why they call them the four Hainsmen.
Who's the fourth?
They was putting Ryan in there.
We
And
have
Ryan's
to.
good, but I just got to
Here's
see him fight
here's
somebody,
the reason
man.
we have to.
He
Because
good.
Ryan's such a hype. He's made himself. So now they all have to just beat him to get him to shut this whole shit the fuck
No,
up.
but he's put himself in a situation where, nigga, the worst
He
person.
has to beat them.
But worst case, nigga, you just fourth.
Right. That's not bad.
You're going to be rich as hell and in the Hall of Fame.
With all the, yeah, because you're all future Hall of Famers.
Right.
So here's what I'm saying. So those are the 4 super fights, right? All 4 fighting each other. And you know what I'm saying? Because eventually that leaves one undefeated fighter. If one gets through them all. There's no saying that they will.
Right.
One could lose to each one, and they all could have one blemish. If the 4 horsemen could have a blemish on each 4 records from each other.
They could all lose to each other.
Right.
And still go down
And
as, like,
still-
top 4
and then
fighters
there's nothing
in a
you can
generation.
say about them. Because
Yeah.
they lost to each other. The
Right.
other best in the... Now, Ryan is getting ran through by them 3.
But I think, I think so, too. And you know why? And
It's
it's,
not.
look,
Ryan getting
Okay,
ran
let's
the
talk about
fuck
this.
through by them 3.
because the reason why I'll
He's gotta
say,
stay number 4.
but the only reason why I'm going to say that I think that is because not because of a lack of skill set or anything on Ryan's part. He's been the most stagnant. He hasn't really gotten to get better. You know,
why aren't they fight?
because De La Hoya's
La Hoya's
doing
a
that protection
bum.
shit, man. Like, he won't fight him with
And
Tank.
don't
He won't
like,
fight him with that.
and he don't like him, right? They're like,
They beefing. He just came out and said, "Hey, bro, I'll leave to get this Tank fight next." He said, "I'll leave Golden Boy."
that's okay, and then that's a super fight right there. There's Tank's first fight to his $1 billion.
It'll be his first fight that
That's gonna be
he's not the only draw.
That's gonna be a $50 million fight split.
It could easily be.
So and it'll probably be 50-50 because you're gonna have to give Ryan his due just off of his goddamn social media presence and what he's built his fucking hype to be.
And Ryan was really good coming out in the amateurs.
Right.
He's like 1-1 with they all 1-1 and some shit like that in the
That's what I'm
amateurs.
saying. Like
They've
they're
all beaten each other in the
they're all
amateurs.
super fights, then yeah.
But the only thing about the other 3 is they've been developing, fighting big.
They're still fighting.
This nigga just
while
fought
he's not-
Shakur. Just fought Jamel. Like, I mean, you fighting grown ass men for belts.
Who did Shakur
Jamel
fight?
Herring, not too long ago.
No, he didn't. He fought the white dude, didn't he?
Not his last fight, the fight before, where he got the belt.
Okay.
He got the belt from a legit
Yeah.
grown ass man. That was just his last hurrah, like to hold off his little title and shit.
Trying to retire with it.
Right. So I'm just saying that. When's the last grown ass man we seen Ryan fall? And when he did get in there with a little dude that had a little history, I can't think of his name. He dropped Ryan, and then Ryan got up in there and dropped him.
Wasn't it Esau?
No, he didn't fight him. They talked about fighting, and then was like, Majesty De La Hoya said he forgot that he had him signed. You know what I'm saying?
I'm done with De La Hoya.
No, I forgot he had another contract to sign up for another fight.
Go put
That's what he said. He
another
forgot.
dress on, De La Hoya.
It's like,
Get up out of here.
that's crazy. That whack was behind that picture too.
Put another dress on. Get up out of here. Because you wasn't ducking all the fights when you was fighting. You fought Trinidad. You fought Mosley. You lost these fights.
But respect to De La Hoya. That's why Canelo left him, because he started calling Canelo out and was like, "Yo, I'm not putting up money for you to fight him. Pick somebody else." And then he came out public and was like, "We want him to fight Charlo." Because he was telling them on some real shit, like, bro, if you want to prove to the Mexican fans that you better than these top black fighters over
Gotta
here,
go fight the black
if you
fighters.
want to live a Floyd Mayweather lifestyle and be looked at like Floyd and Sugar Ray and all that, like De La Hoya wanted to, like, I'm not saying just on some black shit, but like,
De La Hoya fought everybody.
that's what I'm saying.
one
But
thing I
dog,
can
all
give
the
him.
Mexican greats
They did.
of a
Yeah.
certain era fought everybody. It's only this modern day shit where they be having nigga dog.
Yeah,
Benavidez ain't fought nobody really.
Morales, Barrero.
And I like Benavidez.
Barrero, Marquez.
It's still early for him.
Nigga.
Marquez fought everybody though.
I'm naming fighters from back then who fought
yeah.
everybody. The Mexican niggas fought everyone. They did not duck a fight.
Wasn't
You
ducking,
never
no smoke, bro.
heard Marcos Antonio Barrera being talked
But
about.
just look
He's
at the
ducking
names
this
that De La
person.
Hoya fought.
Nobody ever called him ducking nobody.
Specifically
Nigga,
the black
look
fighters
at his
that he
last-
fought.
the four
Because it's not a good
losses.
matchup. That's why I'm bringing up the race in terms of
Trinidad-
like the style.
Trinidad. he lost to. Mosley, he lost to. Floyd, he lost to. These are some of the greatest fucking boxers, nigga. Like, and of their time.
Niggas act like we walk around. Yeah,
Pacquiao's
look,
a chump, but he fought Pacquiao.
Look, Floyd's a GOAT, right? We look at some people look at him as a GOAT. I look at him as a GOAT.
Oh, for sure.
Floyd never lost. Okay,
He's
that's
the
cool.
greatest of
That's
all
cool. So put Floyd to the side, but right next to him in the world we're talking about. I'm just for this generation, this era type shit though. Nobody looks at like Floyd and then just be like, oh yeah, De La Hoya down here too. They're kind of mentioned in the same breath all the time.
Floyd's De La Hoya did his thing.
Floyd's had a way more dominant career than those two. But what they did was so respected and it's so that shit matter. Like, yeah, Jordan was Jordan, but when you start talking about that era, you be like Jordan, Magic, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley,
Shaq,
Scotty. Like you start naming
Starks,
people
Ewing,
that might not be Jordan,
Dominique
but when it's
Wilkins.
all said and done, because they was out there going for theirs, you get you one of the greats of that era. I don't give a shit if I'm the last nigga in the Hall of Fame or the first nigga in the Hall of Fame. Does it matter?
I mean, look at John Starks. John Starks was a very good player.
Right, for a long time.
He gets to go down in history of dunking on Jordan, nigga. Not a lot of motherfuckers dunked on Jordan, nigga. Like he did.
He said he got a big-ass wall.
Just a
And it's
picture.
in stone.
Good. It should be.
And he said MJ seen it.
It should be. I would
So
show it
I
to
made
him
sure,
too.
nigga.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm having an event. I need you at the house, my G. Like,
Niggas can't just say, nigga, I yizzammed.
I'm tell you right now.
I made him.
Tell you right now. My kids,
I have a 30-year-old, almost a 30-year-old highlight of me dunking on this nigga that will be shown
just on a loop.
for the test of time.
On screen. That shit is on loop.
No, I'm just saying it will be shown through the test of time of basketball. It'll be a
I know what you're
highlight
saying.
that never goes away.
I'm talking about in my home. You
Oh,
won't
yeah.
be around me without seeing that.
Yeah, you're gonna be mad, Jordan. Don't come to my house.
I'm sorry.
Cause even the homies gonna be like, "Hey, how did it feel when this?" Yeah, all over you. Yeah, there ain't even a word for what he did.
Right.
Just, yeah.
That nigga just- Shout out to my nigga KS. KS, nigga, rookie year in the league. One of my friends, man, he decided, okay, he rookie, the Jazz. He like, man, I'm in the league. He bought into that Kobe Jordan shit. No friends. I gotta, cause he went up to AI. What's up for the game? AI, what's up, bro? Nigga, we'll holler if you ever need anything. Real nigga. AI still got a nigga like 45, right? Don't matter.
Happens, nigga.
So he tried to do this shit with Kobe,
he don't
nigga.
hate
His
you.
rookie year, he tried to do it.
Oh,
Cause
yeah,
it's a
Cole
true story.
don't fuck with Brooks like that, especially
But-
on his team.
But that's his guy. And just like less than 18 months ago, his whole apartment room on this side had Kobe on it, right? He from LA. So he from that area. So he like, man, I normally don't do this shit. It's hours before the game. Like,
And you bugged him during.
let me
a
just
shoot
go.
around when this
It was
nigga's
a light
just-
shoot around. He
this
wasn't
nigga's
working
just-
out.
But that's still
But I
Kobe.
know.
He gonna want
Listen,
you
man,
fucking
first off,
with him.
nigga, Kobe is just a dick on the court because that's what you're supposed to be
Yeah.
when you're a killer. And so when he came through, he was like, oh, yo, Kobe, I'm not going to lie, man, pattern a lot of my game after you, big fan. And Kobe had already said some nice shit about him in the media. So he thought it was like a little, like, well, he's just going to be. Older Kobe don't do this to him because he didn't do that to Jason Tatum's and all these young dudes. But this is
Prime.
Bean, nigga.
I don't.
You know what I'm
give a fuck
saying?
about
Like this
none of y'all.
Kobe Bean, like I'm still on my killer shit. Dog. He goes to walks Kobe and was like, what's up, man? Kobe looked at that nigga and was like, the fuck away from me. Nigga, it turned around and walk off. Now, my guy, he modeled himself after Kobe and MJ. He want to be like that. So like, but are you really like that? And I don't know, like, cause ain't no bitch or no punk in my nigga. He
But
went out.
Kobe
He went
ain't
for his.
like that all the time.
He
though.
no, hold on, wait.
Kobe
Let me land. He
just-
went for this. He went for that. But I'm talking about that psycho, that type of like personality. Some people can fake it, and when they're better than people, it works and it looks good. I'm on my Jordan, I'm on my Kobe shit. But now you're not the best player, right? So he just said that to you, and now because he's in his bag and he needed something to get up for this game.
And you just get
And now you just fake pissed him off. But he's about to go stew on that shit.
like, who the fuck is this?
But see, you think that you want to be that. So what happens is, what my nigga did? For the game, nigga, talk to the media. Somebody bring up Kobe. Oh, you're a big Kobe fan, man. Used to be. Fuck Kobe. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now
This
you
is not.
really-
This is off record shit.
Now you
But he telling him like,
really-
man, yeah, man, fuck Kobe, man. He's a dick for that. Like, I tried to speak to him. He said something about it. Well, you know, nigga, humans are instigators. Let alone a motherfucker that get paid to talk with a microphone and ask questions. This is the same niggas about to go holler at Kobe, and then you know what you think they brung it up. Like, oh yeah, he said yeah, he's pretty upset about that. Like, you know, guess he said you're not his favorite player no more. Like, you know, just I guess it is what it is. You're all in the league. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Oh, you don't say. Good. I needed something to make me want to go for 50 tonight.
Then he went for.
Oh, well, that nigga torched my nigga. Hey, and it was funny because, nigga, you know, OG niggas kind of warm up in the game. My nigga Kurt was mad, went out there, and Kurt was balling. Honestly, I think that's what really pissed him off. Is that he was like, oh, this nigga is really mad at me and trying to come at me, right? He dunking and shit, nigga, like doing it like, you all right? Man, Cole must have.
Yerked him.
Man, it was a nice, yeah, bro. That shit that Armand Shepard was talking about, where it's like third quarter and it's like, hey, Rook,
He had a good game.
you had a good night. I'm like, nigga, it's 12 minutes left in the fourth. What are you talking about? My night just started, baby.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Your night just ended.
Nigga.
I'm about to end your. When I said good game, Brooke, I just ended
Your night was over.
That's just you should have had coach take you out. Like, you were done for the game.
I basically told you, go ahead and start the icing process,
Yeah,
bro.
use a vessel on the
Don't
court,
even go hard out here, because no matter what you do, it ain't gonna matter. You thought you were containing me for 3 quarters. That's all. But now I'm ready to hoop. My guys did their job. They know already. Man, make sure we ain't down 20 in the fourth, nigga. We got the chance to win the game. Nigga. If you haven't established that you're hot and got it going by now, don't expect the ball back. Play defense and rebound.
What do you say after that nigga did that? You talk to him or nah?
Nigga, what do you mean? We friends. Niggas talk shit. Like, hey, Cole was busting
Busted
your
ass.
Hey, fuck that nigga. Hey, no, what Hoopers do, though? Hoopers, hey, bro, like when my nigga KP got to play against Shaq. Nigga, we don't want to hear about nothing else. Bro, how strong is that nigga? That nigga said, fam, it felt like a fucking boulder. No, he said it felt like a boulder fell off a mountain, nigga, and you got to just catch that shit and not move. Because if you move, he didn't already dunk. Yeah. You stand to your ground. Now, that nigga, this is young. This was early Miami Shaq. So he still has some, you know what I'm saying? And he was mad, had something to prove. Bro, that nigga told me, because I seen him, girl, like, dog, I seen him one time, dog. My nigga had a good game, bro. And he was on a 10-day, 15-day contract right out the strip club, nigga. We flying you out, nigga. Oh, you going to play tonight. What? Yeah.
I'm at the strip club.
That type of shit. Like, no, they flew the nigga out, nigga. You on the jet, you going through the shit thinking you getting announced, you going to probably play tomorrow or then be sitting on the bench. That nigga went in the locker room, nigga, his jersey was a nigga with his name on it. Like, hey, yeah, get dressed, bro.
You got to go play Shaq.
And this was right before they made the Monopoly move or the chess move. But like, damn, Shaq and Dwayne Wade, y'all took the East. All right, well, Boston went and created the Big Three, the original Big Three. But it wasn't until that next year I think they had. So they set Paul Pierce for the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. And I think Kevin Garnett had just got traded over there or they were working on the trade. So they had kind of depleted their roster. That's what made him get the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And so they was like, no, we don't got time for you to sit, nigga. Go play. And literally the only reason why I think that like Boston didn't really kind of pursue him more because they really liked him is because they knew what they had coming the next year. Mm-hmm. And we ain't going to really have no room for all that, nigga. You're a developing young player. Like, I'm sure somebody, you know, you'll stick somewhere. But, dog, he told me that nigga was so strong. But my nigga KS, we was talking about it. He was like, yeah, man, like, Cole's a dick, man. You see how nigga bust my ass? Like, we was literally like, bro, like, this in and out this nigga hit you with on this reverse dunk is crazy. He was like, bro, it was so fast and tight. Nigga. That's how basketball players is. We really.
You don't. When a nigga bust your ass, you let it be like.
Pause. A nigga bust your ass.
You
like,
tell him like
you be
how
talking
fast
like
he
nigga.
Was. Like this nigga.
I came down.
Ridiculous,
Nigga,
bro.
this motherfucker came down court and dog. That nigga hit me with the. And when he was so strong, nigga, that I tried to. And he just.
It's like, probably the same thing when Jordan fucking guarded Iverson for the first time.
He definitely went back.
He didn't expect that crossover.
No, you remember how he was talking about Kobe in the documentary? I think it was like that Kobe boy, that motherfucker be shooting, don't he? Because it was like now Jordan was seeing somebody with his energy, And it was like, damn, I don't want to guard this little motherfucker, man. This nigga trying to shoot the damn ball too much. Because Jordan at the stage where it's like, nigga, pass the ball so I can chill a little bit.
That shit was funny. Like,
You out here trying to.
When that nigga. Why Phil Jackson set him up like that? Because you heard him say, MJ, get him.
Because Phil don't respect the new era of basketball.
That nigga Iverson said, hold on. Yip, yip. Oh, you bit. Yip, yip. Hi.
Look,
Yipped him.
Kobe was the prototype. Phil could never coach a Stephon Marbury or Steve Francis. I don't even know if he really would. He probably struggled a little bit with a Tony Parker, but maybe not. It'd probably look the same. But a guard that can kind of create his own shot and naturally create for others without a coach calling a play, don't play well for Phil. Because Phil has a system.
The triangle.
And the triangle is the point guard. So if you look at the guards that played for him,
They didn't score like that.
they're not like the type of guards that you be seeing throw backdoor alley-oops and cross niggas over and finish at the rim. And John Morant could never play for Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson despises Kyrie, John Morant type probably. Like the way they play, he don't really.
Young.
Yeah, he just don't like. I'm gonna be honest with
like
you.
Curry.
I was just about to say that. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Curry, nigga.
If Steph Curry got drafted to those Knicks, nigga, when he was running the squad, dog, Steph Curry probably wouldn't have had the same career yet. It would probably have been a roadblock for him because if you look at the talent, he don't like, dog. He don't like that.
Hey.
So,
Hey.
it's all good. Yeah, hella papery noises and shit. like what the fuck?
I'm about to throw this brush at her. Hey.
We got a move going on, you know what I'm saying? Bear with us, y'all. People know what it is. So, Pops can't come to the fight, right? ESPN wants to, Disney, they want to show off this new technology they got where they can show. They're like, don't worry about it. You can still be at the fight in the corner. We're going to set up a monitor, boop, boop. He'll flip it, be able to flip it. And while they're tripping on you, he can look at your dad and he can tell you, like, okay, when you come on a jab, he open, so come under. Like,
oh, that's his trainer, huh?
yeah.
Ain't
So
that
peep
a
this.
bitch.
So Kambosos hit the people's. Hey, dog, Australia was going to let him in.
And they're like, nah.
It's the biggest fight in the history of
Well,
Australia.
yeah, he has the same weight Drake does in Toronto.
That's
in
what I'm
Canada.
saying. So
Drake can make a call
he
on
made
you.
that phone call. I know
Because Drake's got
you
people,
will not
Drake's
allow
got
him to come
people
in.
into Canada.
Right.
Like,
So, and
he's
it's
got
not even
rappers in there.
That's what
like,
I'm saying.
hey,
And it's not even. And it's not even.
Hold on, not to cut you off. Could you imagine having that type of power?
Yeah.
Like,
Rich.
hey, nope. This. If you had an ex trying to come
Well, no,
to
stop.
Canada, like, hey, nah, don't let
You got to
that-
remember, Dre,
don't let
that
bitch here.
in Australia, the government pays for these events. They're the
Oh,
promoter.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, there are no promoting companies over there. The government is promoting it.
But Africa fights the same way too, right? So a lot of those countries are built.
A lot
like
of
that,
countries
where
are like
they have
that.
to
Some of the
bid.
countries, depending on the country, right?
Yeah.
I guess the meritocracy or whatever. I don't know if I said that right.
I don't know
Whatever.
what word
Scratch
you're
that.
gonna say.
But just the form of government, right, matters, right? In a democracy, it's more likely that there's going to be companies and entities that can host these events.
Right. In a dictatorship.
In any kind of dictatorship or
queenship.
or anything like that. That's just what it is. So I'm not here to knock it. Shout out to Australia. According to Devin Haney, man, the FBA love is big out there, and it makes sense because we got our Aboriginal brothers and sisters over there. And if you know the history, you know what it is. But he said that there's a dude that kind of was on a little circuit. He was like, he's a coming up fighter. He said, man, the people don't like him over there. Like, he's arrogant. A lot of these guys have tried to do the Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali shtick, but they don't have a lot of the character things.
They just come
that-
off as dickheads.
Exactly. Because they're not the people seeing what Muhammad Ali was about and what he was doing. Even right now, say what you want about Floyd, if you ever lived in a city with him and you have young children, he does a lot. Right. So there's the flashiness, the arrogance. I think that the inside joke that a lot of these other guys don't understand is historically in our culture, non-black people, but specifically white people were offended and upset and disgusted to see black people have anything of monetary gain or considered nice. We come from a culture where gold, silver, and coppers, not only have monetary purposes and are meant to be shown and stuff like that, are used for practical things, but they're culturally intertwined with the people. So it's not necessarily bad finances being taught at home when you see a little black kid with a gold chain on that his grandma got him, even though his grandma doesn't own a car.
We know a lot of older women who just don't like to drive.
But I'm saying culturally, that's a thing. You're going to go to every ghetto city in America and see a little kid with a little chain on or something like that. Not maybe as much today, because, kids used to be off limits when we was growing up.
And nigga, that little chain used to be like $150, $200.
But culturally, to some people, it was perceived as, that's an 11-year-old kid. Why does he have a gold chain on? Like, you guys really got your finances messed up. You rent. You don't own. I'm speaking culturally. Culturally, that's something that they, even though they took it from us in slavery, once that got out, once we got free of slavery, and we freed ourselves of a lot of things, we went right back to that. Like what Kanye say, niggas, in a black man's soul to rock that gold. Because if you go through history, that's what they were saying to us. Mm-hmm. It's history where they was telling Christopher Columbus about the black Native Americans, not the only Native Americans, but about the black Native Americans that had gold-tipped spears and smoke herbs and leaves. If them ain't my ancestors, I don't know who the hell you talking about, boy. We not gonna do that though. You know what I mean? Australia has a lot of this history. So the people of Australia, they deal with this and they see it. Like, I guess according to like the Haney's camp, they like, man, that's foul. You're doing you made them come all the way over here. You made them fight a 2-fight deal, mandatory here, right? You're right. Like he basically said okay to every crazy demand you had. And then when you knew that people, like the people was going against it, he tried to come out and act like he was trying to help his dad get in. But his dad was just like, that's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Because he'd have got in.
Right. That's not true. Like, I'm banned. And they banned the idea of him doing a
video thing. And
that was ESPN who's hosting the fight, promoting the fight that wants to do it. And ESPN ain't gonna lie, they not picking no side. They was like, yeah, man, the Cambosis camp didn't sign off on it. Everybody else did. The government body, the country, the promoters, everybody that's paying for it.
Now, not only do I think, I hope he knocks you the fuck out before the 5th round. I hope it's not a technical knockout. I hope he puts you to Pacquiao sleep face first. Stiff.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though that's not Haney's really like game, I just keep feeling that way. I keep feeling because
knocks you the fuck
I'm gonna tell you why too. Before he left, I seen him training, and Paul's like,
you don't deserve none.
When a young man gets their grown man strength and built, you notice it if you've been around them as they develop. Mm-hmm. And he just kind of looked like a grown ass man for the first time instead of a really in shape teenager.
Right. Yeah, he didn't look
Remember?
He didn't look like Rolly.
Right. Rolly looked like he'll hurt you.
But he just looked young.
He got a young face, but his stature, and even Tank said that motherfucker hit hard.
But I just haven't seen him, he don't come off as grown man to me yet, like a Haney does.
Rolly's definitely in that same bag as a Haney. But you could tell he's going to be big and but with Devin, it's like, dog, I think that it's all evolution and it's all on the scale, right? Right now, early in his career, he's been benefiting off his superior boxing skills. He hasn't really been stronger that much than a lot of his opponents. He's getting to that point where he's starting to be able to use physicality. But in this fight, I just was watching him train before he left. And fam, he just looked. And now unless he's building for something different, so he added bulk, and then it's going to trim that down, nigga, with the weight and just be a little bit more bulkier. Unless that's what he was trying to do. Nigga, this nigga look big, bro. Dare I say, he almost looked buff. Right. And I'm like, Devin Haney, that's
not him.
That ain't him. He's a skinny, long
action
type
figure
dude.
cut.
Yeah.
He is in
Bruce Lee type.
Right. He is.
Dog, he was hubbed, and I was just like, And he was talking that knockout shit. Like, I'm going to knock your ass out.
Yeah, he's been doing.
And I'm like, bro, he don't be talking like that. Like, because he ain't a knockout artist. I think he didn't kind of figure. And there was a rumor that he had knocked out a couple sparring partners. And I was like, oh, don't see those type of skilled fighters. Don't let. Is Tank really got his full-fledged grown man strength? Because I don't think so either.
I think he does.
No, I think he has a crazy strength and power. But if you look at him and you look at his physique, bro, I'm not 100% sure. All I'm saying is it's a chance that nigga might have more power in the next 3 years. That's what I mean by that. Dog, when you get like 28, like.
You want to hear the verdict on the case?
The Amber Heard shit, we gonna end it off with that. I'm gonna let you on that. But think about what I'm saying. A 28-year-old Tank, like a 30-year-old Tank. I'm just saying that might be a little something that's kind of crazy. Cause that's what you're saying with Earl and them, nigga. They grown now.
Yeah.
He's a grown ass man now, and that nigga took a nigga's rib, eye, and nose.
He takes eyes.
You feel me?
You could tell that nigga smoke hella weed.
Body snatcher, bro.
That nigga smoke a lot of weed.
All athletes do. Pro athletes.
Well, you know, in like fighting now, the sport of fighting, as long as you don't smoke the day of, you can have it in your
just
system.
like basketball, nigga.
Oh, is they put it?
They got rid of that shit. They don't even test for marijuana no more. You didn't hear KD? He kind of went viral for that shit. He's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, I love the hoop. He's asking him like, he was on Letterman or some shit. It was like, what does he like to do? He's like, but really, man, I like to smoke, chill, play some video games, man, or whatever, or get on that social media and talk my shit. Like, just do what I do. Said it just like that. Like, nigga, I like to smoke them, trying to smoke. Why wouldn't you? Especially when you live that type of lifestyle, bro. Because I know formerly when I was playing ball and like in shape, blow that like it's nothing. Go sweat that right out. Like, that wasn't gonna test high on the system.
And
like,
it helped you with fucking
and recovery, nigga, just
and
little
everything.
shit.
Yeah.
Wind down. It's better than getting a bottle capsule full of pills from the trainer.
Nigga, CBD is big business now. Think about if they had it in the NBA and shit back then.
Come on,
niggas'
bro.
Ailments and shit would be.
A lot of niggas probably would have had longer careers. Think about all these people in the NFL that, with all that trauma and the things like, because see, one thing about those man-made pills, there's no like healing properties in it.
Nope.
So you could be taking CBD and it could be fixing your brain that got CTE. It could. Well, we don't know that for sure, but you know, one can like surmise. But yeah, man, let me go ahead and get that up to you. I will say this real quick. There's a documentary about the Louisville police. I found it on YouTube, but it's on I think Peacock. There's two of them, two parts. One, it quickly ties into Breonna Taylor. It's not necessarily just about her, but what they figured out with all the attention over there is that really the police department is so foul, they got two types of cops over there. Damn. You're either part of the hit squad, which they some goons. They running down on everybody. I need that watch. Oh, we arrest you? It don't matter what I arrest you for. They hit a barber, you know what I'm saying? He had some bread. He was about to do his little deposit. They took that, and then next gave him his slip back, and it was like $1,200. He was like, no, they just took $25,000 from me. But he had proof, and that's how he got them. This was all going on, and then the Breonna shit blew up. So they had to kind of like, damn, we can't let everybody know what's going on with our shit. They knew about the cop that killed Breonna. Nigga, they had like a gang within the police department where they was just jack boys. And the reason why they hit Breonna's apartment is because her ex-boyfriend
Was a drug dealer or something.
allegedly was a drug dealer. And her new boyfriend, who wasn't, they were tapping her phone, surveilling the shit. The new boyfriend had told his friend, like, yeah, man, I just gave Breonna this $8,000. He was like, and she's going to put $6,000 with that. So we got that little money over here at the crib, and we'll bring that over. And it was for, I forget, whatever it was for, right? They heard that and just misconstrued, like, oh, yeah, we got him. They went in there looking for the money and got it. And that's, you know, and it just made it to like too many eyes was in on them. So now let me tell you what the other group of cops do. You ready for this? They rape women. They rape teenage girls. They rape you. If they see you walking down the street, or if they just driving down the street in they bag, they pulling over women. Like, just what it is. Get in the back of this seat. or your son's not properly buckled in his seat. So check this out. Give me your number. What you got to do, you got to drop him off. All right, well, I'm going to meet you. I need to talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you later on about these charges. And then next thing you know, they texting you pictures of their genitals like, yo, this is what it's going to be. You getting child endangerment, and I'm going to think I found something in that car that's illegal. You're going to lose your kid. I'm about to come over tonight. I want this. This one lady was just like, yeah, he would arrest me every day, and the only way he would free me is if I gave him head. Nigga, these was like hundreds of cops, nigga, on the force. Like this is what they out there doing. It's like gang. All the rapists join, and all the niggas that just want to rob people, and they're not even like limited. Dog, I can honestly say, with their shit, this ain't black people. They're not just doing it to just black people. They're not doing it to just like all the victims of this were all different colors, bro. And it's on Vice. Check it out on Vice. Vice is the one that did these documentaries. Louisville police, man, y'all.
That's some ridiculous. Yeah, I don't want to speak on it.
Yeah, that shit's foul.
The fuck did you tag me in?
But yeah,
So the verdict
go ahead,
is
bro.
in.
Tell us about the verdict.
Don't know what happened.
Whose verdict?
After the Johnny Depp, these motherfuckers know what I'm talking about. This is like one of the biggest fucking cases right now. I guarantee if we had a poll, 80% know what I'm talking about.
I don't know,
but
bro.
I digress.
I'm in the minority. I didn't know.
Johnny Depp in the Amber Heard case. After 13 hours of deliberation, the jury ruled that Heard was liable of defaming Depp. Jury awarded $10 million to Depp in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. As of Heard's countersuit, the jury awarded her $2 million in compensatory damages. Compository, I mean.
So he gonna walk out with 13. Mm-hmm. She walking out with 2.
And no career.
Yeah, her career's probably over.
Her career's so yeah. That 13's worth.
Actually, I take that back.
No. It is.
I don't know.
Aquaman dropped her already, nigga. She's lost.
But listen to me. I'm not saying that she's not taking a hit, but I don't trust Hollywood that way. Depending on what she's willing to do, she still got a bag coming.
You went after Johnny.
So
that's like heartthrob, and now, bitch.
To who?
I'm talking to. I don't want to make it about race. The white women community. That's heartthrob. Not only did you defame somebody who's hella big, even in Disney World, all that shit. You're talking about Captain Jack Sparrow, my nigga. You're talking about he did one of my favorite movies in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. A great fucking actor. You cost him money. That's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, not only did you do that, you look bad. You now made domestic violence seem like bullshit, but it's a strike now because you're over here claiming to be a victim you never were. You're claiming to be a victim when you were a fucking villain most of the time.
What'd she get the $2 million for?
I think just for the legal fees and shit like that, because he didn't. It was no. Or he might have did something.
No, he did something to get her.
Too.
Yeah,
he might have
okay.
put something in TMZ or some
okay,
shit.
All right.
Him, but it's nothing like what she did. They're talking about like you're talking about they gave him $10 million. So what is that? You did a lot, and you're lucky we ain't give him the 200 and something he's asking for.
Fam, all I'm saying is this shit is a whole bowl of privilege. Like, nigga, what, nigga? Because that's all we talking about is that, oh, she defamed him. We're not talking about none of the foul shit that Johnny did. We ain't talking about none of the foul shit she did and, like,
put hands on him. They beat each
y'all
other
some
up.
foul motherfuckers. And,
That's
and Johnny is protected like he the victim.
Well, because technically he is, because
they
really,
victimized
that's
each other,
the thing
fam.
That what made him the victim is her fucking telling TMZ, telling the news outlets. He didn't say shit. He kept that shit to himself.
Because he has any woman watching this, he has a fucking dick.
Right. But
and nobody cares since you're a little bitty boy.
Right.
She hit me.
But
that ain't never got no boy, no play.
I get that, but that's what I'm saying, though. Had she never said nothing, nobody would know. It would be they know. The friends know. It would have been that.
But what about the police?
She had to put it out.
How is none of these niggas in jail? Like, this is what I'm trying to get at. Like, nobody did nothing criminal.
Nobody called the police like that.
But dog, do you understand that, nigga?
But it's that entitled privileged world.
That's
when
what
it's
I'm
Johnny
speaking
Depp
to.
And Amber Heard could be like, nah, I don't want you guys to come out. It's cool, and they'll be like, it's Johnny Depp. we're not going to go do all this. Hollywood police is probably way different than the police we deal with.
Fam. All I'm saying
And
is
I mean
like
the 99%. Like,
I guess that's just because I don't notice. I'm looking
like,
at.
let's think about it. If Bill Gates slaps his wife right now, how long do you think, if we ever find out about it, we find out about it? If we don't find out about it immediately,
Hov slaps of Beyonce.
it's nigga.
That's what I'm talking
The
about.
day of.
I'm just talking
The
about
second it
nigga.
happens.
Russell Wilson, a little tired, knocks over Sierra and she hits the table and fall.
The
like,
second it
nigga,
happens.
they'll investigate that shit like, oh, he's hurting her. Like,
But had neither.
you don't even have. Hold on, stop. How many times in our culture does a motherfucker be like, we didn't call the police, nor are we trying to press charges, and the DA is like, nope, Tory shot Meg. Like,
how the
nigga,
fuck?
like I'm here.
How the fuck did they know Solange kicked this nigga Jay-Z on the elevator and shit? How'd they know that shit so fast?
Because the niggas that got the camera footage
Right.
seen it and was like, nigga, that was Hov and B. Like,
Right.
I'm recording that, nigga. That's my
Ain't
retirement.
ain't nobody
That's my
doing that to
retirement,
them.
nigga.
Like I said, if it wasn't for Amber Heard coming out and saying nothing, if Depp wouldn't have said nothing, nobody would have said nothing. It would have been blase. They would have divorced and gotten another relationship.
You know how many times they mentioned Kanye should be in jail?
Yeah.
With feuding with Kim? Nigga, in an early divorce while she's dating another celebrity that's talking shit. Like, they still was on some shit like, oh, Kanye's tripping. He needs to go to jail.
Right.
He has issues. They talking like he can't be around his kids. And I'm just like, bro, I didn't follow this shit that much, but I kept hearing snippets about the shit they was doing to each other. And I'm like, oh, they both probably going to go to jail.
They both foul.
I'm thinking in my head like, oh, they going to try to put both of them in jail.
No, it's one hand washes the other, one pays the other. You gonna pay a little.
And maybe
bit
it
too
wasn't
'cause
even a
you did
criminal
some
suit.
shit.
Like, it wasn't
It
criminal.
wasn't.
Like, I get that.
Defamation's not.
But I'm just like, there's no see. This the thing.
Because nobody
This
pressed
the thing, though.
charges then.
This is the thing with all them people. Like, there's no district attorney that looks at Johnny Depp like
no,
food.
because they're not black.
That's fucking
If Johnny
crazy.
Depp was a
And I'm not
black
wishing that
dude-
on Johnny if
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
warranted.
No, I'm not either. But if it was one of us, ATS blows up, nigga. We've been getting whooped. We whoop back. It's just been a toxic ass relationship. DA's picking up the case. Oh,
Fam.
DA's picking up the
Fam.
case.
Rolling Stone, less than a couple months ago, decided the baby got away with shooting somebody, and the court where he lived found that he was innocent and it was self-defense.
But self-defense.
But we don't like the baby. We hate what he recently said, and he's low-hanging fruit right now. So we're trying to petition the courts to go rearrest him. What the fuck, bro? Right. So all I'm saying is you got that energy, Rolling Stone. Y'all don't got no interest in this Amber Heard, Johnny Depp shit? You don't think neither one of them are bad people and need to be kind of off the streets or not in a position of privilege where they're like manipulating things or have any kind of like role model type of situation going on? That's I don't agree with that. I'm just talking about the selectiveness of it all. Like, it's just like, man, these niggas sound like crazy ass kids. And that's okay. We live in a world where you get to be that as an adult.
Right.
And everybody should leave them the fuck alone. Mm-hmm. And you're right. Unless one of them bring it up to the public and get to court, nothing would have happened,
shit.
Nothing would have known. Just keep that same energy for everyone.
Right.
I be asking, like, fam, why is it that it be grown rich people? Like, Meg didn't want to press charges, they said.
DA picked it up. Young black male.
I understand that's a little different.
Yeah.
See, on the surface, the way they reported it is different. Oh, Akeem, y'all gonna say Akeem, Meg got shot.
No, she didn't.
Allegedly.
Yep.
The doctor that treated her said that she didn't get shot. That's what the doctor that treated her said she didn't get shot.
No, it's been doubled down. It
So,
was a glass injury.
It's the Suge joint. Remember? For a long time, Suge got shot in the head when they tried to kill Pop. Then we found out that it was really some glass.
From the shot.
To me, it don't matter, nigga. I was in the car. They were shooting. My man's died. Nigga, it is what it is. It's
Right.
no one is – they bought – I guess, you know, I'm alive, bro. That's all I'm trying to do. I'd rather get hit with some glass anytime than a bullet. So, especially we talking grazes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to catch no shard to the head.
Well, I don't even want to just – or just have some shit stuck in me still. You know what I'm saying, though? But it's a graze. Remember, so it's like even it would hurt, but You want that heals differently,
Yeah,
fam.
it's gonna sting.
You're gonna have some scars and shit,
Yeah.
maybe some meaty shit, but you ain't got no fragment in your shit to where like, nigga, you sneeze hard one day, nigga, 10 years later,
Right.
or you sleep and the shit just decides to move, nigga, and now you
don't
got an
wake-
issue.
Yeah, you wake up like nigga I can't.
I make up paralyzed or some
Bro,
shit,
my right eye.
or you wake up
Or
dead.
you don't wake up at all.
You wake up dead, nigga. Whatever that next phase is, that's where you at. Like,
Nigga.
God damn it. Like that one little app thing where niggas was doing on the little joint, when niggas were trying to do the little self-defense shit. It was like,
Woke up right.
and they wake up and like, shit, nigga. That motherfucker didn't work. Shout out to Ozark. I repeat, shout out to Ozark, man. That's how y'all do that shit.
Oh, they ended it on some dope shit.
That's how y'all do that shit.
I got now that it's
Now
over,
go watch. It's only
I'm
4
gonna
seasons.
Watch it.
Nice
because
and short.
I don't
You know what?
want to like
It's
be
perfect.
in the middle of that shit when it's like
It's
the
perfect.
mid seasons.
It's
I
perfect,
hate that
dog.
shit.
I'm gonna tell you why it's perfect. 4 seasons. It's perfect. I think 4 is the number because it's not too long for you to binge watch and catch up. You're gonna knock that out, and it's a good show. And it doesn't give the writers and the characters time to get corny.
Right.
And they're like, now they reaching for shit. Now you got this nigga
Now you
doing
gotta
some
give
shit
this nigga
that
some
nigga 2
storyline.
episodes, 3 seasons ago they would never do. Like nigga, like man, come on, bro. This shit, everybody is them from the beginning to the end.
Breaking Bad had that issue. Breaking
And that's why
Bad
I'm having a hard time finishing now.
went
Because I'm
like
around the area, like I'm like 5,
1 or 2
6.
seasons too
where I'm like,
long.
man,
You're about in the era when
yeah.
it got a little too long.
Now it's starting to get hard to watch them back to back to back now.
because
I'm
what's
like,
his name's
bro,
already dead, right? Gus.
Yeah,
They already blew the nigga up. So yeah, like, yeah, it gets.
I'm damn near ready to just be done and go
What?
to the
Okay,
next.
are you to the next villain type person? Because I ain't gonna tell you if you're gonna get.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Where are you at right
I
now?
was just about to say that. I'm gonna go. I kind of gotta go and check because nigga, I just paused this shit.
Did you see what happened to the
and go out of
brother-in-law
there.
yet?
Yeah.
So you've seen the new dudes then, the white supremacist cats.
Yeah.
That's I'm not really spoiling it, but that's the final villain.
Okay.
You're now into
I'm getting to the
we're
wrap
about
up.
to
like,
wrap this shit up.
Okay.
And the way it wraps up, strap up, it ain't great. You're gonna be like, come
But no, this
on,
is why I
bro.
said this is the perfect time for me to do it. Because the little makeup movie that they made the movie to try to make up for where they let everybody down. So I'm gonna watch that, and then I'm gonna watch Better Call Saul.
Nah, because Better Call Saul is way before that incident ever happened.
Well, I just meant that
So
I
you're
was
just
gonna
learning
watch,
about Saul and the
I was
other
just gonna
dude.
watch the shit and then go watch that afterwards.
Yeah,
That's all.
I didn't even watch Better Call Saul.
I heard it was good. I like doing shows late, bro. Because I don't like the whole talking to the whole world about the show while everybody doing it. Like, not trying to be different. It's just one of them things where, like, what if I miss some shit?
Right.
I want to find out from a nigga on Twitter what happened.
Hey, it's fucked up what happened to the brother-in-law. He didn't deserve that.
Nah, he didn't.
That nigga really just did his job, bro, and loved his job. Like, he didn't deserve.
And he was that high school jock that became a cop.
Yeah,
That's all he was. You could tell.
Walt's a whole asshole, my nigga. Walt is probably the most selfish nigga ever, bro. Because he could have got about, moved everybody. Like, hey, I know you DEA, and I know you fucking are going to hate what I'm about to tell you. But, nigga, we got to go.
That's facts.
That nigga you've been looking for, I'm him. I don't
Can't explain it.
I don't want to go into
We
semantics.
about to start over. Yeah, you retire now.
Matter of fact, you need to call them while we standing here. I need to make sure you ain't finna, because I'm about to show you something, nigga. You show them the whole garage full of, like, look.
No, you right.
You ain't got to work no more,
But
bro.
it's the,
I
like,
know you loved it, but, nigga.
It's the get back. It's like they took this $1 million company from me. They living my life over there. That was my girl. Now I'm with a chick. I love her. She ain't really that into me. She's just more comfortable with me.
Right.
I took care of her.
I had the chick where we were both scientists bubbling.
Right.
He was done for leaving, though.
That's that beta shit. He did some beta shit.
Yeah,
He got in his feelings.
Yeah,
He got in
yeah,
his feelings
man. Like, nigga.
and was heartbroken and fled. Like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this to me. You made it easy for the takeover.
And became a fucking teacher. Now, granted, in the end, you became richer than they did.
Which is crazy.
Like, you on some straight Doughboy
On
shit.
some D-boy shit, nigga.
Hey, Walter White.
I'm pushing it.
Walter White is the coldest motherfucking, one of the coldest characters ever
that
created.
motherfucker's different. That shit's different.
Because I'm like, whose story is that? Because they got it from somewhere.
They was reading some paper, some town, nigga. Some
motherfucking
science teacher
out
got
there,
it popping.
yeah,
Got it popping. And was just like, yo, this is a TV show. For real.
Did you gotta go get Corey, nigga?
Yeah. But, I mean, we got time to wrap this up. He's going a little later.
Coldest fucking character, my nigga.
Yeah, no.
White dude.
He was dope.
Just square as fuck before all this went down and just learned to be gangster.
But I wonder how many teachers did he inspire to break the law in that way?
Oh, there's a lot more meth teachers out there for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Some teachers were looking at that like,
I know how to do all that shit.
and I'm gonna tell you, just like they did black kids in the ghetto when they introduced crack and shit like that, they start putting it in the movies first.
Yeah.
They start putting, what is that? Oh, they doing that. They taught the community, nigga, how to consume and sell and deal in this drug. And I'm like, bro, they did the same thing in the middle of America. They did it when I was watching that Breaking Bad shit. There was everybody was like, what's it about? Oh, it's about this white teacher, man, in this little white town and shit. They cook up meth and all. What? I was like, oh, they doing the same thing they did to our shit. They're attacking middle, and then look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened, Roy. It was popping. It was at a high at that time. They tried to make that shit cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta watch them, bro. You gotta watch them. When they start saying that, like, when you can start making stuff called scissor, remember? Now they had a little scissor drink, and it was a couple little joints where they came out commercially promoting the culture of sipping.
Nigga, Four Loko was damn near codeine in a can, nigga.
Basically. Nigga.
Four Loko was
Bro, you remember them
codeine.
Sparks?
Oh, God. I hated those.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I had a good run with the Sparks where I was fucking with them.
Nigga, I had to stop drinking vodka Red Bulls, nigga, because I'm like battling my body right now. Body want to shut down and
That shit
wake up at
dangerous.
the same. I'm cool now. That's a weird feeling. Being drunk and
It's a
being
deadly combination.
Being
It's
hella
kill people.
aware,
Yeah.
like you're just up. Like,
Hey fam, I'm not on that. I'm Gucci, but
like, look, I don't even fuck with energy drinks anymore. Nigga. I drank 2 5-hour energies in one day, one time, and that ended that whole story.
yeah, I'm
for
not the
me.
energy guy either, fam.
Nigga, I drank 2 of them, right? Because we had to do the late trip from Reno to here. And I got here, nigga, I could not sleep, nigga. Got here
Your
at
ass was
midnight,
up.
Didn't go to sleep till 7, nigga.
Yeah, easily.
I was walking around the little timeshare we were staying in with her parents, and I rolled like 4 blunts. I went through my whole like quarter of weed that night. Nigga had to get more weed the next day. Because my nigga heart was just, I was like, I gotta calm this down. Just smoke myself stupid right now.
Right.
That hella high when you don't realize how high you were till you wake up high. When you wake up completely sober, you nigga.
You don't want that, Rose. You don't want that.
Yeah, that was last time.
That was right before I moved here. But shit, man. That's all I really had on the docket.
That's another episode of the
Always Talking Shit show.
Little break for maybe 1 to 2 weeks while we get the
man.
whole fucking
Get our
logistics
logistics
of
straight,
this
man.
shit
Gotta
back
get my
together.
boy back to where he gotta get to, and you know what I'm saying, we keep on pushing, man.
Get used to a split screen because it's gonna be now.
ATS versus everybody.
But we'll have I'll make sure I get out here for like 2 shows a month, so it's fucking.
What I was
shows
gonna tell
where
him
we
is
are
that
together.
we'll probably be popping up north and doing like, you know, little remote shits, nigga, from like
Yeah, this nigga.
Hot August nights.
Trying to get this nigga to go.
Hot August nights. We'll do Hot August nights, like rib cook off shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll pop up for street vibrations and shit like that, and keep it funky, and just do it like that, man. So.
But I'm your host, Doc Gone.
It's your boy Akeem Magic.
We'll holla at you.
That's
You
108.
always talking shit show.